on volume. Oh, it's super low, but I guess it needs to be. Whew. All right. Am I ready for today? No, not at all. Welcome to Friday. Let's see if things are good to go. No dog in sight. She always leaves because I yell at the furniture because she wants quiet. She got to play with all the other dogs in the neighborhood today. They ran around. All right, what are we doing today? I got a lot of stuff to do and not time to do it. I need to clean up. That's gonna, I guess, happen tomorrow morning, regardless of whether or not Dave and Julian show up. Irregardless? Regardless. With no regard. Found a bunch of extra information about this VCO, and I have absolutely no idea what's going on in it. There's a Wayback Machine page where they explain sort of how everything is working, but the 2N4856 right here, or 4956, is apparently vital that it is an N-channel FET, which I think is what I put in. And then this has to be precision, so I changed that out. And overall, I got it to not work. Low level dude? Is it because I'm literally in the lower level of this? I'm at the lower level. This it turns out I have multiple synthesizers, multiple VCOs that use the same principle. I think this one does the same thing. It's got the temperature compensated. Oh no, maybe this is different. This one different? Maybe this one's different. No, there it is. The temperature compensated matched pair transistor with a bunch more adjustment. This is using a 4046. So maybe this one is a bit different, but it should work. It should work. These two right here are the voices. Oh, low level versus high level JavaScript. Yeah, I do like me a low level programming language. Although, is Arduino that low level? I don't know. Yeah, I think one of the streams that's getting published. I don't know. Let's check to see when that one goes up, because there's a really cool. I took apart this Philips CPAP, and then I used the sensor. Okay, so this one goes up December 22nd. It's not going to be up for a little while, but yeah, I took the temperature and humidity sensor from the Philips CPAP and got it to work with an Arduino. It's pretty cool. Nice, simple little sensor project. Only took 5 hours. I got 17 videos that have miscellaneous copy strikes. I've started taking notes on the songs that I am cutting out via the experimental mute-only audio system. Like, it should only be muting the audio from these songs, but if it fails, it doesn't tell you. So I need to take notes on it while I do it so that I can make sure that it actually, and in the case where it can't use the system to mute the audio, I have to just mute it myself, or it can't pull out the audio. I just have to do it myself. I feel like RTX Voice could probably do it. I feel like that could do it pretty well. There's some high-level audio tools that if I had, I would be in good shape. I have a VST that I might be able to use. Hey, not a bag of Milky Ways. Thank you for subbing with Prime for 30 months. That is very kind of you. You're very kind. I appreciate that. It's funny, the sub messages in Social Stream do not give me any indicator of whether or not they're sub messages. I mean, it's looking at the feed, the same feed that I look at. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't, I think maybe it's a setting that I have to undo. What does the popped out chat look like? Yeah, that's got it in there. It's right in there. Weird. Dual chat is a weird thing. Oh, that's right. I need to open up YouTube chat. So I need to hit refresh on my YouTube page. I need to open up the YouTube chat, and then I need to pop out the chat over here. Pop it out. There we go. Now that's all done. And then stop this. Go back to just violence. The glue gun. modeled after my $1 glue gun that I got at I think it was a Michael's or something like that. $1 for the glue gun, $1 for the glue sticks, and I've been riding that high since. I do have a new glue gun and it's battery powered, but I've had no opportunity to really use it. Very rarely use a glue gun. I don't know why I bought the battery powered one. It was kind of a dumb buy. It was kind of a dumb purchase. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna use to run the VST? I guess I've got Ableton. Less than legal copy of Ableton. Also don't have room to think. I don't know if we'll get to the muting today. Maybe I need to do that on my own time. But I do want to do the scope mods because I've got a screen protector that needs to go in. I'll get that so I don't lose my way. And then tomorrow I got to do a bunch of cleanup in anticipation of Julian and Dave coming. Wow! Oh my God! I believe they're coming here tomorrow. I don't think everybody is sick. I think I'm sick. I think I'm actually coming down with something, but I'm okay for now. So I'm okay for now. It's Chrysol stuff. Where did that juice go? There's some glasses juice that came with the whole setup here that I need to find. This is just a huge dumpy. What's a Mocos? No, so all of this stuff is like DIY. The camera arm is a blue microphone arm, the Blue Yeti microphone arm. I chose it because it's got the spring internal. The external springs are making a whole bunch of noise. And so I bought this one, and also I pinched my arm in the other one. So I got this one, and it has a cable that runs down to a big spring in the base. I replaced the big spring with two little springs. I measured the spring and bought an alternative on the master car, and so now it's not trying to hoist up a Blue Yeti, which is a big hunk of childish aluminum that is not worth the price. I know people do good on Blue Yetis, but I mean, boy, you can put your money elsewhere and get a much better microphone if you look into things a little bit. But the arm is nice. It's actually pretty nice. But that's what holds up the Brio, and then I've got a monitor mount for like a modular camera systems or whatever, like with those modular rigs. So this is meant to hold up an LCD, and it just provides me with that bit of resistance for positioning the camera. And then on the Brio, on the one side of the Brio, is the thermal imager, so that we can get a dual witness thermal image, which is off. Why is that off? Oh, thermals off and on. Oh, well, LED's on. What's on there? Did my updating break it? All right, I'm gonna plug it back in. Maybe I bumped it. Plug it back in. Huh. Pure thermal, FBW30. That's okay. Interesting. Properties. Deactivate. Activate. There it is. Yeah, so that's how we get dual witnessing thermals here. Hey, Carlos. How you doing? All right, let's see here. I'm looking for, there it is. Never mind, that wasn't much of a search. Just glasses goof. I don't know if this thing came with that or not, but I'm gonna need it. Here's wipes, maybe I could use those. What else is over here? Man, my signal generator, power supply for the signal generator. This should go with cables and wires. Got LEDs over here for lighting. Jeez. I need one of those mechanics, like Mayo carts. Whatever those, not Mayo table's a different thing. I need one of those mechanic carts that has drawers. I need to store all of these circuit board based tools in it, in it. We need to finish this speaker project too. We can continue to replicate the circuit that originally powered this thing and get audio into it. put that back here. Yeah, I got a bunch of testing tools that are on circuit boards, and or just like little devices like the LCR meter. I need something to put them in. No, we're gonna do the fan swap today. I'm gonna see about swapping the fan. This is a big battery, and it deserves to be in a drawer. Needs to be in a drawer. Drawer. This thing was unfortunately a failed effort. This was supposed to. It is a quiet, like airline blaster, but it uses a lot of gas, and so my little airbrush compressor doesn't really work with it. That's going down here. Over here, a drawer yonder. I need to look into that. What are those carts called? And how much space do I have over here? I'm gonna get a tape measure. Tape measure. We're gonna go in inches, not meters, since we're gonna be looking at this on websites like Amazon. So this thing takes up the tool chest on top of it. It's 11 inches by 2 feet 2 inch. So 11 by 26. Now, what am I looking for? Would it be Harbor Freight is very limited stuff. Maybe we can take a look at Lowe's. Hey, Mahalo, how you doing? I'm looking for a tool cart. I mean, I could look at like Snap-on and stuff like that, but I'm not looking for an expensive one. Toilet. I don't know. What is the tool cart? Nah, not quite. Yeah, that's kind of close actually. I don't like the big handles on those, but I could always take that off. That's too deep. I need more tiny drawers. These are too wide. What's that? That's gonna be expensive, isn't it? Ha! What the fuck? 26 by 34. That's exactly the width of the tool chest, but 34. Oh, that's way too wide. That wouldn't even fit over there. Way too wide. Where am I gonna find something like what I'm looking for? This is like close, but it's gonna be too wide, isn't it? $300? Are you kidding me? This is the advanced FPL. Those are the caster size. What's the top dimensions? That's probably 2 feet, isn't it? These photos are not helpful. This doesn't help me at all. Casters, slides, storage space. Specs. Dimensions. Cart wheel size. I don't need that. 18 by 26 and a half. So that fits. $300 though. So 18. Yeah, so that's going to be quite a bit of room there. And then the other one is 24, 26 and a half is literally what I measured. It's got, I'll have a 1/4 inch on either side. So that is the if that's a standard size, then that's what I need. No, what I need is, what I'm looking at is to replace the shelf over here. There's like a mini shelf that sits under this toolbox. I need that to become a rolling cart with drawers, possibly even lifting this up a little bit, because I need to store stuff like this circuit board that has a transistor tester in it. Like, that's what that is. Things like my frequency generator. Things that these tools that I just have like loose sitting around that I occasionally need. I need them, I would rather have them in drawers. So I would put like, I don't know, put foam at the bottom of that, of the drawers, and then have, or just a piece of rubber at the bottom, and then have storage space. But this thing is freaking $300. Are you kidding me? Just for the, probably just because it says that on the front, and then that too. $400 cart. Why don't you deliver that to me? Lifestyle image, cabinet only, tool storage items not included. Aw, I don't get all this. Shame. My dog starts barking. And I want it to be rollable because that puts it up off the ground and I can move it clean. Milwaukee pack-out stack? Yeah, I think that's the wrong set. Well, let's look at what Hazard Frauda has. I've already got the URL. Yeah, why don't I spend $1,700 on this? Actually, it would be kind of cool to have one of those giant... If I were moving to a different space, if I finally lived up my dream of getting the warehouse from Teardown, just like a brick warehouse space, I would love that. I could get like a big tool cart. I don't like the price though. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have any money. Let's be honest. I'm gonna need to search Craigslist. Top chests. I can't even open that on Twitch. Are you kidding me? Tops and lighting. It's like this. $899. Are you kidding me? Actually, that's probably really tiny, isn't it? I think I'm just looking at Icon right now, yeah. End cabinets and lockers? I guess it would be a roller cabinet, and they just don't have the smaller roller cabinets. What about generic tool storage? Tool carts. That one has like the top bin that I don't need. Yeah, it's not worth $300 if it doesn't come with the whole garage. Downingtown. I gotta go to Downingtown for this? Yeah, these aren't quite the right thing. I don't need the basket underneath because I already have the tool chest. I need the drawers. I need the big drawers that I can put all my stuff in. That would be cute, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. Not quite what I'm looking for. Here's roller cabinets. What do you have? This one is yellow. I hate it. Oh, it comes in different colors. $179.99, which means it probably detonates at a certain point. Specs. It's made out of steel. 26 5/8 by 22. This thing would fit on top of it, but it would be a little bit larger. They had a deal on those a few weeks ago. Yeah, I'm a little late for that, huh? I got a 1098 for $498. Those sound like citation numbers. Sir, did you know you were doing a 1098 and a 498? A 1048 over? Hut hike? Yeah, so this is a little narrow. It would still suit my needs because, well, no, because it's got the lip on it. This thing, yeah, this is the Grizzly. I guess we could look at what Grizzly has, but their shipping is gonna suck. It is 2 feet 2 inches, almost precisely. So that's 26 inches, and this thing is 22. That's 4 inches more narrow. It would definitely fit in the space, but yeah, anything with a handle on the side, I'd have to remove. You got anything slightly wider? Oh my God, this thing is too expensive. $350, and then the specs are 41, so that's not going to fit in the corner. I still need my big shelf because there's a lot of stuff that goes into that big shelf, but I want to be able to put all of my tools in something that's covered. And so I don't have to worry about, for instance, the giant lithium-ion battery that is the spot welder over there, the little spot welder that I have. Very, very good tool. It works great. Very cheap for what it can do. You don't have to buy a big industrial spot welder to run it. But it is 2 leads of an angry lithium-ion battery. There's a little protection on it and stuff, right? It doesn't quite let you just kind of willy-nilly connect to the battery, but I would feel a lot better about it if it was in a covered drawer. I got a lot of tools in this thing. This is a lot of my like secondary tools and stuff. Oh, that's patches and shit. But yeah, like I got some the glue guns in there and stuff like that. But I need to clear out this top. This top is ridiculous. So having a place to put all of that, all those tiers of tools, you know, and things like RF adapters, I have a bin for. But you know, sometimes you just chuck the cables and stuff into a drawer. Yeah, that would be nice. But I can't have nice things. I'm not allowed to have nice things. These are way too wide. Those are too wide. Kind of close to what I'm thinking, but it was that one Craftsman was the right dimension. I guess it's not a standard. Yeah, this one's 22 inch. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. There's 4 pages of these things. Let's see if we can find a towel holder. Oh, see, I could use that. Just carpet. Yeah, no, everything else is not what I'm looking for. I specifically said tool cabinet, didn't I? Maybe not. No, this is just the generic. So there's 2 tool carts and then roller cabinets, and I'm looking for a slightly more narrow roller cabinet. None of that stuff works. In tool carts, everything is open bottom or has this bin on the top that I wouldn't be able to access with my other tool chest on top of it. And everything else is just not what I'm looking for. I don't want a big gap. So yeah, I don't know what other category it would be in. Garage cabinets. End cabinets and lockers don't make sense. Maybe there's something in here. That's 22 inches. I could have, no, I can't have 2 of those. I could only fit 1 on there, but it would be much more narrow. Oh, I could get it in green. Oh. Ugh. Ugh. That was the strategy my one friend had in order to never have his tools accidentally taken during working on car days. Is he would get the pink tools. He'd get the pinkest or purplest tools that he could, and then they would be immediately identifiable and tend to not be taken away. It was a friend of mine that had the garage with the lift, and so everybody would go over there and do the mods that they wanted to do that week. And you know, back when we all made money. This one's $284. Oh, it's much shorter. Is it though? No, it's the same thing. It's still $300, but assembly free. I don't think there's much assembly. I'd have to take the handle off of it, but this would be like perfect. It's a little swanky though. I don't need Craftsman. It'd be nice if it had like a split drawer at the top, and then these were a little bit more narrow, but I could definitely use this. From my experience as mechanics, still steal them. Well, no, because we all brought our own tools. None of us were looking to steal tools from each other. You know, they had a lot of the specialty BMW tools and stuff. What would this old Tony do? Probably spend the money on a Craftsman so he doesn't have to worry about this and he can concentrate on making his content. So I think I just answered my own complaint. Maybe I should go to a Lowe's and check this out. What does Home Depot have? Get it done, Home Depot. You do, we do. We help, Home Depot. Tool cart. I don't know what to search. That thing's cute, but I don't need all that stuff at the bottom. Husky. $600. Keep scrolling, asshole. Twitch collab stream with a cabinet maker. I have some Amish guy here. Hey, how you doing? It's an old Santa Claus looking cabinet maker doing all his artisan stuff. Top tray, 27.6. That's pushing it. That would fit, but that's pushing it. Width is 19.2. What was our length again? Oh, this thing is 11. Uncle was a cabinet maker. Was he a big Santa Claus looking dude? That is incredibly expensive. I mean, it certainly has all kinds of... This is like exactly what I'm looking for. Because I could put like pens and pencils at the top and then taper down until I find all the stuff, you know, I need to put in there. Very nice and probably very well made. Oh boy, is that price tag a deal breaker. That is a deal breaker because I don't... Oh, the top opens like a bin. I don't need... No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't want to pay $600 for a strut that I'm never going to use. Tool storage. Go back to that and see what we've got here. Mobile workstations. All this stuff is going to be too big. We'll try mobile workbenches and see if... hey, Copper, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? They certainly have a selection of this stuff. I guess mostly just the online. Jesus Christ. Could you imagine if I pulled in just like a purple giant tool workbench? Yeah, that's true. Scratch and dent would be absolutely perfect for me. I'm not afraid of paint chips. These look so swanky, though. It would be really cool if I had the kind of like if I had more space behind me, if I could wheel in one of these mofos. I do want everything to be on wheels in here. This would be very nice to have, but I don't have the money. Bring a ball peen hammer. Bonk. Hey, there's a scratch on this. Hey, hey. Great for stickers. Yeah, I have a drawer full of stickers, and my old tool cabinet that I donated to my dad because he needed better tool storage. So now he's got my old mechanics, you know, thing of drawers. But it's full of like Moroso and all the stickers that they send you. You really need a lot of stickers to make that work. These are so swanky. These are so like posh. These are like posh people. Look at that one. Look at that. These are posh. I need a reverb module. That's what I need for my synthesizer. Without reverb, I can't do stuff like we're listening to. Does this come with... That's a lot of numbers on that. I think we're going up in price. Oh. Jeez. Does it come with all the paint and stuff? Yeah, so these are a wash. No way. No way. No way. Uh-oh, went too far back. No! See, this is like the perfect thing, but it's $700. There's no way. There's no way you can get me to buy that. All right, the mobile workbenches, chest combos. I need like the lower half. No. I need like the lower part of this. This is to replace the shelf that sits under this tool cabinet. So I've already got the tool cabinet. I need the lower part, and that way I would be able to store a lot of these little dust collecting PCB things and keep them together. That's another part of it, is that would keep it all together. I'm gonna do a big cleanup around here tomorrow, I think. I know, where's the $700 going? It's going towards, I guess, swanky feeling drawers. My drawers already feel swanky, they're boxer brief. What the hell is going on here? A friend of mine had that, something like that at least. There's a lot of stuff. Truck toolboxes, there you go. I just need to stack a couple truck toolboxes. So mobile workstations wasn't it. Chest combos wasn't it, because you can't only buy part of it. Top tool chests, I need a bottom tool chest. Toolbox side cabinets, maybe. Rolling toolboxes, modular tool store. Let's see about that. That's not what I'm looking for. Instantly not the right thing. Well, I think they've got better slides than that. You get 100 pounds in there. They have to. Carts? I don't think that's going to be right. No. Close. Not quite. Oh, that is right. But there's only one in there, and it's $700. It seems weird that Home Depot would kind of pigeonhole. Like, these are combos, but can I just get the bottom part of it? I mean, this is cheaper than the entirety of the other one. Dimension. Get out of here. Drawer size, weight rating, 100 pounds. Tool chest size, small. What does that even mean? Kitchen carts? They're not gonna have the, will they have the drawers? I guess I can look. Or would it be an island cart? I don't think they have pull-out drawers. It's just a cabinet, which isn't terrible, but they're still just as expensive. There's no savings. Like, if I got this, it could kind of work. This is too wide. I can already tell. I could get it in swanky wood. Yeah, there we go. Is there more music? Hold on. We're starting it over. Doink. Specs. 36 by 53. That's way too wide. Money sink. Hey, listen. The ladies love a kitchen island. They're like, ooh, he's got that kitchen island. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. What about you, Hode? No, I will not enter my zip code. That's much cheaper. 32 by 44. Nope. Standard 40 to 55. I can't store my stuff like this. It would be cute though if I had a little side island, but that's 44, so it's still way too wide. It's like that one Husky is exactly what I need, but it's $700, so there's no way that I'm going for that. Portable shop coffee maker bench. Oh, on the little lower piece, yeah. This is FTL Advanced Edition music, and hopefully this skirts the copyright system by being game music. But I like it. It's meant to be in the background while you're panicking and transporting your guys into deep space, open deep space, as your crew suffocates because you've decided to route power to the shields instead of to life support. We need more FTL. We need another FTL game. 34 by 23. We're getting smaller, but we need even smaller. How is that 34? 24, 34. I mean, that doesn't fit. That doesn't physically fit. That overlaps this bench by 4 inches. Yeah. Funkier than light. He's gone above jazz ratings. Light can no longer catch up with him. That doesn't look like it's too wide. That's what bugs me. This does not look like it's too wide for that. It looks like it's perfect for the space. I mean, that would be pretty good. It's one cabinet though, but I could still, you know, the cabinet probably has, yeah, one shelf inside of it. That would not do a great job of replacing that space with more storage though. That's the thing, is I'm not storing kitchen stuff. I think Home Depot's a bust because all I can do is look at that $700 storage thing and go, man, I wish. Because yeah, it's like the perfect size, but so that was in, what was that in? That was in tool carts? It's weird that they have top tool chests and then they don't have bottom. Nobody respects a good bottom. Where is that? Heavy duty tool chest. Yeah, it's like heavy duty, that's the problem. Heavy duty. See, these are all too big. Those are all way too big. Maybe it's the tool cabinet is the category that I'm sleeping on. Gear wrench. That comes with tools. Everything about it looks correct except that it comes with tools. Look at that one. That's cool. And that has wood. Classy as hell. That thing would be awesome. It's probably way too big, right? 37 by 36, yeah. Classy as hell. Okay, so it's these are closer. 26 inches is exactly the size that I need. Gear wrench. It's $500. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what I need is a bottom piece to the top piece. What does Grizzly have? Grizzly, of course, means that I would need to ship it, which is going to be really expensive. What the hell is it? Get out of here. Do they do? Here we go. Tool storage. Maybe just tool storage? Not quite. Not quite my tempo. Oh my god, this is annoying to go through. Tool boxes? Yeah, I guess it's category toolbox. That's looking pretty nifty. That's very expensive. It's about the same price as the other one that I was looking at. And that would be 22. Is that the drawer? What is the top dimension? Overall dimensions. 26.5. So yeah, this is the size of the thing that I could get. Looks like something Mr. Horologist would have. Let's see. 500, 500, 600. These things are great. That's what my soldering station over here is, except without the gap. It would be interesting to have the gap. I wonder what I would do with the gap, aside from mind it, which is what you always do. But if I was thinking of getting, there was one of these that was just like a hutch, and I was thinking of getting it and putting it alongside this one, just to have two storage things. And then if it could possibly house the Rygall, that would be great, but this one obviously does not. It's got a nice little lock in the middle though. And it's like, what would oh, this is a lot larger than I thought it was. This is a lot larger than I thought it was. Never mind, this thing is enormous. I thought it was like a cute little thing like this. I don't think they sell this one anymore, by the way. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. I mean, this is wood, and I'm guessing it goes with, it's the same wood as mine over here. Maybe I save up a little bit. That's expensive, though. Let's see. $10 by 1/2 inch, or 10.5 inch by 16 side table. 30 by 17 by, I don't know if I can do 30. That is like exactly 30. So if I scooch the shelf closer to the wall, I could wedge this thing in there. The budget brand? I don't know about Shop Fox. Yeah, I don't know. I know that my Grizzly milling machine is actually a Sieg X3. It's all made out of powdered sintered metal. Yeah, see, this is that wouldn't be no bueno on the side table. Good rollers, and then I would have all of these. I guess this bar locks in place, so I'd have to put that somewhere else. Looks like I'm missing out on some. Oh, I see. The bar you can move to the side here. It's a weird way of locking your cabinets, but I guess if it works, it works. But then I could have all kinds of cool doodads in there, and it would match the Grizzly tool bin. Ready to ship. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would probably be the way to go, huh? That's similar to the tool chest that I have. Well, if my parents are looking to do some heavy gifting this season. Because, yeah, it would be nice to keep it wood, because all my other stuff is wood. I'm just going to keep that up there to kind of make fun of me. Are there any other versions of it? Well, there's the cheaper versions of it. That one has all the doodads. Oh, maybe there's not a cheaper version of it. That's a lot of drawers. A lot of undies. 26.5 by 18, so that would fit too. And it would probably store a hell of a lot more than a bunch of wooden drawers. Looks like the ones with... I don't know if I need a larger bin. I don't know if I need this. It would certainly be useful if I had like larger tool stuffs to... Oh, and then there's storage in there, but that's the thing that I would remove. That's true. Metal for the batteries. Not exactly fireproof, but you know. I don't think we're allowed to use the other word anymore, so it's fire something or other. That's a split drawer at the top, and it's much cheaper than all the other ones. It looks shorter. It looks a little stunted. I modded my Rygall, stuck a screen protector on it, as it was way too reflective. My brother in cripes. That's exactly what I have here. I'm pretty much probably doing exactly what you do. It's like the... Whoa, what is that? Oh, that's a view of the screen protector. The bog standard Rygall mods, which is different fan and then screen protector. No, this is just a random iPad screen protector. Yeah, it's not. I don't have brands. I don't see brands. I think something like this from Grizzly would be what I'm in for pretty much. If I'm gonna get something new, it would be nice to take a look at like Home Depot dents and dings, but that requires me to leave my house, and we don't do that here. Wood go with my everything else in here, but something that's a weird tone of green also goes with sort of the toolmaker shop appearance. This one's short, this one's taller. Still $600 though. I've been relatively okay with the quality that Grizzly brings to the table. Relatively okay is the shiningest endorsement that I can give the tools. The wooden tool chests is what I typically buy from them though. And they're simple. They're clunky and simple. The quality is decent. This probably needs a coat of oil. But there's a nice little card that comes in it, and it says, you know, you need to oil this every couple of years so that your kids can inherit a fully functional tool chest. It's a fun little note. I'm just gonna have a really awesome estate sale when I die. Let's see here. Yeah, it's like this is it, but it's $600. It's just as much as that other one, the one at Home Depot or Lowe's. Is it Lowe's? I forget now. Versem paper screen protect. That's what this says. It's paper. How does it look in the end? I'm worried about how it looks. I put a non-reflect on my old cell phone, and I really liked it a lot. It made the touch panel behave better. Huh. Yeah, this is you're describing exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Euro has done the exact same modification, clear as it was before. I find it's like a little less crisp, but overall, like on the phone at least, it was I don't know, I was happy with it. And I don't need the reflection because holy shit, this camera just looks at my belly. This is my belly button right here. It just looks at my belly. Like, why? I didn't even adjust anything. You saw, I just moved the camera in and it's just looking at my fucking stomach and the tablecloth that I put over it. Ridiculous. So many kids would take in the stuff and not just sell it in the estate sale to make some cash. Grandkids would be more likely to take stuff like this. I'm gonna see what the note said. Because you're right. Let's see what that note said. I taped it inside of the cabinet. All right, my taping is too good. It pulled up a wood fiber. Old World Machinist Style Tool Storage Series, constructed of solid hardwood and select hardwood veneers. Provides a moisture-free environment for your valuable tools. Heavy-duty chrome-plated hardware for lasting durability. Deluxe felt-lined drawers and top liner protect your valuable tools against moisture and damage. Classic tool chest will become a family heirloom. Please give it the care it deserves. That's what they said. They didn't say, sorry, they didn't say anything about hardwood surfaces can be maintained by using a high-quality furniture polish. Chrome hardware can be cleaned and polished with a soft, dry cloth. The felt can be reapplied if torn by brushing on a light coat of white glue that has been thinned with water. Apply the glue to the wood, not the felt. Do not store your hardware toolbox in areas of excess moisture, dryness, blah, 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 blah. For smoother drawer operation, occasionally lubricate the drawer slides with silicone. I have some silicone lubes somewhere. I think it's edible. To lock, insert key, blah, 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 to unlock, lubricate, internal lock mechanism, warnings, never allow children to play with or climb on this tool chest. Always wear ANSI approved safety goggles when working with tools and equipment. Why would they include that? Why would you include that? Always wear eye protection when working with the tool chest. He has somebody in the testing phase of the tool drawer. Pulls out a tool drawer. Ah, my eye! And their eye just explodes. Like, what? I've always been shite applying screen protectors. What I'm worried about is that the edge of the screen is tough to get to, and I need to run my blade. I need to run my blade along its perimeter. Omae shinderu. Okay, anyway. Do not try. Please wear eye goggles when working with tools. Why is that on there? Yeah. So anyway, it's presumptuous. It says this classic tool chest will become a family heirloom. Always wear safety glasses when operating the tool chest. I'll put that note back under the drawer, the secret hiding location. Can't really press down that tape in the back. There are actually springs in it for these pegs right here. And these just hold the top, or they lock the top? What do they do? They allow the top to pop up, I guess. Measure the Rigol screen with a sheet rule and cut the protector on the table. I'm gonna stick a scalpel near it. I need to take some risks because I'm making content with it. Yeah, you're not wearing goggles while operating your tool chest, and your 10mm socket tries to enter the cat dimension at such a velocity that you get debris in your eye. It happens to the best of them. All right, let's get started. I want to get started. Let's get started. Enough looking at things that I'll never be able to afford. Yeah, content, because we need to monetize every human activity. Every feasible human activity needs to be monetized. So, content. Okay, yeah, let's neaten up a little bit, and then we will get to modding my scope, the Rigol DHO 914. I bought a slightly nicer than entry-level new Rigol to replace my 1054Z, which is the absolute, it's like the dream scope of the hobbyist world. It's cheap, you can hack it in order to get more features, and it works really well. It's a 4-channel scope. I like having a 4-channel scope because I like to make very visual presentations of what's going on in the electronics that I'm studying. You could get by with a 2-channel scope. It's not that bad, but the freedom of the 4-channel is where I like to be. I like to hang out, where I like to live. It's been a while since we've used all 4 channels at once, and actually I was missing one of the probes for the longest time because I had a probe break on me. But I decided that it was time to upgrade in my old age. I'm gonna die soon and leave all my tools to my grandkids. Yeah, anyway, I decided to upgrade because I had a big milestone birthday, and I'm not looking back. This is awesome. It's really nice to have the new features and the new body of the scope, the new packaging, have it be smaller. It runs on Android. It has all kinds of cool little test features. Rigol did a very good job on this. The only complaint that I have, and it is kind of a significant complaint, is that it takes a couple minutes for this thing to start up. And that may not sound like it's that big of a deal. Me saying it takes a couple minutes to start up is like, oh, haha, that's funny. It's a big piece of test equipment. It'll do that. But that's crazy. That's a crazy long amount of time. And I know this thing is essentially a computer, but it really should be such a pared down computer that it starts up almost instantly. I mean, I'm willing to allow for a couple little checks here and there, but it seriously is a hindrance, the amount of time this thing takes to start up. It's really wild. I'm not going to start it up right now because it's going to take so long, and I want to actually get started modding this thing. So that's one of the complaints that I have. The second complaint is specific to the fact that I am a production studio and a workshop, and that's not what a lot of people, that's not the situation a lot of people are in. Although, you know, the hobby is ever growing and more people are doing content and people love to record themselves working on projects, and I say, please continue to do so because it's awesome. They have a rack mount scope with a pop-out screen. That's pretty cool. Yeah, people will put anything into a 19-inch rack, and especially there are specific benches that have overhead, not overhead, but raised 19-inch racks to put equipment in, because electronics and rack equipment are entwined. So it makes sense that they would have something like that. Although I wouldn't want to limit my scope to a 19-inch rack, because look at this thing. It's so cute. It is narrow and it is tiny and it's dark mode screen. My only problem is this thing is constantly looking at my dick. Like, what is going on here? Why is that reflective screen constantly looking at my dick? And so I need it to stop doing that because that's not the kind of content that I have here. A lot of cool features on this thing. Screen is way too reflective. So I bought just one of these paper screen iPad kits. And I plan on cutting this thing out and very precisely cutting it along the edge of the screen. Now, that's a glass screen, so I should be pretty good if I can just ride that seam in between the plastic and the glass. In addition to that, the fan that they use on this particular Rigol is way too loud. So I want to also replace that fan because it is a high-pitched fan, and I don't like that. Being a production studio, things need to be quiet. Now, I do have a floor fan that's on me that is louder than the scope. It's actually significantly louder than the scope. I can hear it right now. The lav mic does a lot of good work to get rid of stuff like that fan noise. It's still there. It's something that I need to live with because otherwise I overheat and I die. I'm too sensitive. I need cold environments to operate in. But yeah, let's get to work on this thing. I think I want to do the screen protector first, and then I'll feel better about flipping this thing over in order to get all the screws out, and then open it up, replace the fan. Now, while I'm opening it up, I could remove the screen and put the protector on it. I think I should do this from the outside in, though. You put it on a Visa arm? Yeah, that's right. It's got the Visa mount, so you can have it sit next to the desk. The cool part is plugging it into the Ethernet means I get a 60 FPS overlay on OBS. So I don't need HDMI. I don't need to use my what do you call it? Elgato. That global emote feels like they went to Robuz for it. Yeah, what is that? That's some other streamer? That does look like a Robuz emote. Oh, I can't click on emotes there. I can do this in Twitch. My avatar, Twitch global emote. Weird. Where that comes from. Okay, so let us clean. I need to get all my fingerprints off of the screen before I start with it. So I'm going to do a little bit of Windex. Windex used to be bad for the plastic no reflect screens. They changed their formula though. And so I guess it's better. The only issue with getting Windex on screens, don't backseat me. I know you've already done what I'm about to do. Don't you backseat me. The only issue with spritzing Windex on screens is if you put enough that it's going to pool and get into the electronics. Yeah, don't tell me what I'm about to do. I don't need that. But yeah, there's a lot of fingerprints on this thing because we've been using the scope to tune VCOs. What is that? Oh. Yeah, some people like drown electronics in the cleaner and that damages it. So they have to put a disclaimer on it. And then we do a lint pass with one of the nice lens pieces because this stuff is full of lint. If you guys recall, the last time I did a screen thing was for my friend's Game Boy Advance. And we unfortunately had to get rid of the very nice, pixely, clean, non-backlit Nintendo display and replace it with one of these cheapo LCDs. I hate that they do that. But we replaced it, and then I fought with a dust mote for the rest of the stream. I was using a Q-tip to try to clean a singular mote of dust off of the thing. All right, so we got, with the kit, this thing came as just a kit. We got stickers for removing lint and dust. And we have these things. What is this thing? It's a polishing sticker? Oh, positioning sticker. Sticks on the back of your device. That's a little weird one. I don't know about this. It's a positioning sticker. I guess that would make sense for phones, but do a little isopropyl alcohol wipes. These won't leave behind as much lint. Okay. Now what you're really supposed to do with lenses is you go in one direction and you shouldn't do multiple usually with like heavy duty optics. If you're doing optics like in a lab, you would do that, but across the whole lens with lens paper and lens cleaner and wipe the whole thing. That left behind smudges though. That's why we got the little microfiber to dry it and de-smudge and polish. Yeah, when you do professional optics, you want to be like Rimmer. One up, one down, one to polish. Now, my screen protector isn't even cut to a usable size yet, so we gotta do that as well. But yeah, basically with optics, what you want to do is you want to blast away all of the particles because you don't want to scrape your lenses. Then you wipe it with the filter or with the no, like a Kim wiped kind of material. You want to wipe it with the optic cleaner and then go back and see if there's any other smudges or dents. I'm definitely gonna get like a dick hair under this, aren't I? At the very least, a beard hair. I'm not really suitable for clean rooms. That is very clean though. Pushed a bit inwards with one of the corners area to ease of pulling off a screen protector for replacement. They don't think they're not thinking about that. So I can do approximate dimensions. Actually, I really don't want to get this near that screen. Never mind. Until I put a screen protector on there, this thing is in a very precarious state. Let me see here. So I need this to be 4 is going to be too small. So 4.5 by 7.5. Well, no, it'll fit within 7. Yeah, 4.5 by 7. Oh, actually, it should probably be. No, that's 4. That's 4.5. 4, and the half puts me over. There's a giant hair just sitting on the screen protector, of course. Okay, so unfortunately I bought ones with a hole on either end, so I can't rely on the nice corner. Is that 4.5? No, it's less than that. Yeah, so I can't even use it like top half, bottom half. All right, well then, let's see here. So what I can do, I mean, I can line it up, I can do straight edges and stuff, but I think we're gonna rely on the screen to tell me where it needs to be cut. What's up, Optic J? I don't know. Let me check my texts. I think it is. Let's put it in as is, and it'll be a worrisome situation if it doesn't happen. You pre-cut it because of those damned holes. I see. Nuclear mode for me is going to be breaking this thing down and removing the screen, and then I can just cut along the edge of the screen. I need a new knife tip. New tip of the knife. What's up, Dins? How you doing? You know that I don't have a measuring tape. No, I have the rulers that Jacose sent in. Jacose was sick and tired of me not having a metal straight edge that I could use. So he sent me 2 of them, and they're the nicest ones that I have. They're really nice. I am doing alive. Well, there's always room for improvement. Getting all of my ringing endorsement of scalpel blades versus X-Acto knives when Ood Oo was here yesterday. All of my ringing endorsements, and I am now going to puncture an artery putting one of these fucking things on, because it is a little less safe than doing an X-Acto blade. But all you basically do is remove this thing from the non-sterile paper, and then you insert it into a little trough on the handle. But sometimes you need to put a little bit of torque behind it. And that's when you are very much risking your life. Your life and your lifeblood. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to cut off the side here. See if I can just line that up with that. If you know, it doesn't need to be perfect because the screen is going to dictate what I'm cutting. This thing's kind of thick. Maybe I should use scissors. This might be a scissors job. It's definitely a scissors job. Keep trying to find 18-inch straight edge. Do metric. I say go metric. I vote metric, since you're putting it up to a vote. Get a 24, cut 6 inches off of it, then you have an 18 and a 6. Incisor. I have 2 of these so I can screw this up. I don't have long scissors. Man. Of course, whenever I have that protecting plastic on a thing, I always do the thing where you do that really satisfying peel and you stop halfway through and then just smash it back down onto the thing. I'm not a stickler for that kind of stuff, but supposedly this will work out really well. And you know what? I should be nice and do this the right way on this screen, because it is my nice Rygol screen. One thing I'm afraid of is when I put the moisture down, that I'm going to pull moisture out of the sides and it'll get into stuff. This is the new Rygol, yes. This is the new DHO 914. I finally have a 914. Maybe I can get a 944 next. All right, so clean room protocol. Yeah, you can get machinist rulers and stuff. Those are pretty good. You got to look at like Grizzly or some other like little machine shop or something. They might have just what you're looking for, Copper, in terms of like special rulers that do certain jobs really well. Probably won't even be paying that much of a premium for it. I need this to just be pure glass. No lint. I'm looking very carefully. I'm looking at the reflection here. Oh my God, there's so much activity today. There must be a lot of packages being delivered for the holiday season. Focus this in. All right. I like watching people do the slow peel on the side of their PC case. About halfway through, their tempered glass panel pops off and shatters on the floor. You see a lot. Every one of those shattered computer posts, they always invariably are on a hard floor. So you're like, something's a little sus about what you're claiming here. Now, am I doing this wet or dry? I think we're doing it wet because it's a lot less stress doing it wet. But I don't want to get any moisture into the sides of the... Maybe we do it dry. I see. Just to get a straight flat reference. Huh. I don't know. What do you guys... What does the instructions say? Because this I think is from a different glass cleaning kit. Masking tape? Why? What would that do? Just to move it around? Please see the video on installation. Oh, here we go. Put the tablet on 2 anti-skidding mats. I gotta buy more products? Attach the positioning stickers to the back of your tablet. That's also very dumb. Put the screen protector on the tablet and ensure the film with #1 label is facing to the screen of your tablet. Clean the screen of your tablet with the cleaning kit. Oh, I see. So you're supposed to use those to reapply? That's stupid. So they do it dry. Yeah, I'm sold. I mean, their previous scopes sold me too. The features were just good for a digital oscilloscope. Digital oscilloscopes were in their like second-ish or third generation at that point. But now the ones that we have are incredibly powerful. This stuff is no joke. I see a lint right there. I see you, lint. Where's my lint sticker? Dust removal sticker. Plastic bag is pissing me off. Oh, masking tape to block liquids from going inside. It's the seam that I'm worried about. Where did that lint go? There it is. What the? This is depositing lint. This is having the opposite effect. Nope, this thing sucks. This thing is depositing lint. What the fuck? That's terrible. No excuses. Wait, what the hell? Did that like scratch my... Oh my God. Don't tell me I've already fucked myself by using... Let me try a little bit of cleaning stuff or a little bit of alcohol. See if it's just leaving sticker stuff behind. That was terrible. I'm never doing that again. Okay, it was just sticker stuff that it left behind, and the alcohol got rid of it. That sucked. That was the worst. I thought it did damage to the surface of the glass. I was about to have a fucking, like, I was gonna cry on camera. You guys would have seen a grown man weep. I guess I'm not grown up yet. What is that little dot right there? I thought it was pulling up glass crystals like what happens with a 3D print bed. I would hope. I don't think this is Gorilla Glass, so it really should get a protector as soon as possible. All right. I know, seriously, why can't they just start with a screen protector on it? Is it that hard? What are they, stupid? Which side is the one that I'm peeling? Probably the opaque side. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So I'm doing the big peely. This is going to be tough. Now it's going to... It already grabbed a hair. It grabbed a dog hair. Oh my god, that is so fucking embarrassing. Okay, I'm going to try to use tweezers on this, but... Did that just ruin the whole thing? The static electricity has attracted follicles to... Oh, that was on the... No, that's on the front side. Where is it? Oh, that's on the back. Okay. The follicle's on the back side, so we're still in good shape. Oh, that's way crooked. Hold on a second. Woo! Look at it go. All right, so I need to work out boobles. That's what this thing is for. Funny, decal artists will puncture the sticker material. There's like dog hair in the air right now. That's ridiculous. Why are you? Why are you, Bubble? Is there a lint causing a bubble? Are you a lint? If you are a lint, I have no choice. No, you're not a lint. You are a lint. Shit. Well, how do I get that off? Because I don't think I can. Some of these come out, but some of them are lint bubbles. Until now, I couldn't see FFT reviews? What is that? That's what the sticky tape does? Not on, but it's stuck to the... I think it's stuck to the protector. Yeah, the previous scope did very slow FFT stuff. It wasn't that great. Yeah, it's stuck to the sticker. It's not stuck to the... Do this. This is going to be a bad idea. Actually worked. Oh. That actually... That's frightening. I didn't know I could do this. I thought my protector was broken. For good. For evil. Okay, that one's not coming up very easily. Nope, still there. Still there. Fuck. Okay. Hold on. Boy, this looks terrible. There we go. This is what I'm dealing with. There's all this lint on this side. Probably from when I was futzing around with it, trying to get the, what do you call it? No, see, that's just leaving streaks. I can't use these on the glass. They're leaving stuff on the glass. Shit, now I need to get the alcohol swipe over here. Might as well chase all this stuff out. Yeah, I can't use the sticky on the glass itself. I can use it on the sticker to get the lint out of the sticker. But there's there's like a little dot that I see right here on the glass. I think it might just be a persistent material. Need to get this out of here. Nice and smooth, nicey nice. Wow. Ooh, that was happening. What's going on there? I know. It's like a math problem. I don't know. This one might be a fail. I might have to start over with a new protecting sheet because this one's not looking too good. Also, this is just the top material from bending it. There's a speck right there. All this static electricity is also attracting dust to the materials. This is like a losing battle. I think I'm going backwards on this. A quick and dirty clean room is a bathroom after you've run the shower for a bit? Really? That's an interesting technique. Okay, I gotta bring this up to me, take a shower with it. Get the scope nice and clean, wash it off with a scrub brush. Like that Indian TV thing where the lady was cleaning the laptop in the sink. She hung it out to dry. See, these I think are bubbles in the sticker itself and not like between the application material on the top from when I bent it. So I think I want to give this one a try, although it does look like there's possibly some out of bounds dust over there. The shower has to steam. Huh. When I apply screen protectors on large screens, I usually run a hot shower for 10 minutes until the air is steamy. Huh. I never knew that. About you, specifically. I'm disappointed. I'm gonna give this a go as just a dry run. I'm gonna get the top piece off of it, if I can possibly separate the two materials, and see if we have anything at all lurking underneath. But since the material isn't totally on the glass, I don't have it stuck down in order to peel the top piece off. So I just need to free a corner, and then we're gonna try cutting it with the blade, and I'll see what if these bubbles are in the top material or if they're actually in the applicator, and if I've got any pieces of lint underneath. Here we go. This stuff is thicker than I thought. It is indeed in the thing underneath. Damn it. That's no good. No good, no good. Gotta work them out. I don't know if I like this paper stuff. I think maybe I just need to get a no reflection screen protector. Those look like they're... Whoa, that was weird. That scrapes skin off? Oh boy, my dry skin is like leaving scrapes behind. I don't know if I like this protection material. I mean, it's... I guess I could see through it okay, but it is very papery. And I think I want it to be a little bit more clear than that. Well, let's just test out cutting it out. There's gonna be stuff underneath. What do you mean? Will the text be legible? Or are you talking about something else? I have a second one of these that I can do a better job on. I'm always cursed with these kinds of things. I guess I could apply it with a little bit of the spray, and then that could help me chase out bubbles, but Oh, okay. So maybe if I give it an isopropyl wipe, because yeah, it's the moisture from my finger is like finding its way through. I gotta chase out these bubbles somehow too. That one might be lint. Oh my God. Look at what it's doing to my hands. Yeah, it needs to, I just don't want to see my stomach in the reflection, but I don't know. Let's I can give it a wipe with this stuff if I need to. I'm gonna cut it to size just to practice that. So I need a better position on this. You guys can watch from back here. This is a tough maneuver. I'm already cutting it wrong. My problem is just getting it around the edges, and if I wander off of the screen seam, yeah, we should probably do this with the screen removed, huh? I'm not liking the possibility of me scraping the knife against the, this stuff is way thicker than I thought, too. I don't know, I'm starting to think that maybe I want to get a different screen protector material. Now, let's take the scope apart. Yeah, this maneuver is going to cost us 7 years. No, I don't trust my ability to cleanly cut this anymore. I'm having second thoughts. So what I'm going to do, and what we can do, is just use this faceplate and put it up against the screen protector, and then I can cut around. Listen, telling me to be careful with what? You know that I've worked on stuff that's costed more than this thing. Okay, so what I need is a big thing to put under this so that I don't scratch the screen while I'm working on it, because all the screws are in the back. Scope broken already? Yeah, it doesn't even start up. No, it. I was gonna make that joke once I put the screen protector on and we turn it on to take a look. I'd be like, it's not turning on. It's not turning on. Because this thing takes like a full 2 minutes to start up. It's ridiculous. Just these chat members telling me to be careful. Take a seat. This is going to be difficult for you, but we'll get through it. Okay, so Torx bits. They didn't bother with security Torx, so I will just get my iFixit brand screwdriver kit, and we'll pop this buddy open, and I can either cut the screen protector first, or I can put, I know it runs Android, that's why it takes so long. I know, we've already been through this, but it was going to be a funny joke. I think what I can do, I can either cut the thing or I can lay it on top of just the LCD. We'll make that decision depending on what the construction of this thing. So here's my $700 scope getting disassembled in the second week when I desperately need this thing for testing modules. Any hidden fasteners underneath? No. Okay, good. That means they have a soul. They took mercy upon me. What's going on there? Are these like, oh, these are Torx. Oh. These are not hex, they are Torx. And I said that earlier, and I didn't even pay attention to what I said. Much smaller. It's funny, the iFixit kit just default comes with security Torx. I guess people don't want to bother. Is that the right size? Yeah. Torx are very good screws. They're extremely good screws. Everything should be Torx bits. Now that was 4 fasteners. Is this thing going to come off now? Yep. Oh, there's still something holding it. Who's still holding on? Did you hide a fastener underneath the leg? Huh? No, I don't see anything. Oh yeah, I should also take the knobs off too. Ah, ow. Where's my plastic spudger? I don't want to use a metal one. I don't think a guitar pick is going to overcome this. Warranty stickers are illegal. They've ruled that already. Yeah, this is a... I was wondering how Julian, in applying knobs to his marbles unit, pulled out the twisting part of the knob. He pulled it out of the threaded part, and I was wondering how he did that. And I'm starting to see eye to eye with him on this one. Ah. Okay, plastic spudger part 2. What happened to you? Where did you go? I think I blew it up. I think it doesn't work. But the guitar picks are not going to be strong enough to do this. Yeah. Mother. Ow. It's not fair. It's cheating. All right, maybe I can use a metal file. No. Let's try the thumb that doesn't hurt. Excuse me, what the fuck? Oh my God. Okay, there. Jeez, that hurt. One of my thumbprint is leaving residue. Okay, so all the knobs are off. The 4 screws there. Oh, the warranty sticker is holding it on. This sticker is illegal. This is an illegal sticker. You can also just buy these stickers. You can buy them. Here, wait, let's see if we can find this exact one. I can't believe they're doing this. This is illegal. Yeah, I guess unenforceable. Now, what is our particular flavor of warranty void sticker? Let's see here. We don't have the void one. It's like a zigzag. There's a lot of these things on here, but yeah, this is all you need. Actually, it would be pretty funny to send it back for servicing and have a different warranty void sticker on it in the same spot. It's just a completely different sticker. Sir, we think you worked on your unit. No, it has the sticker on it. Monitor company that was placing them over one of the holes for the Visa mounts? Oh yeah, I did see that actually. I remember that. I saw that. That was years and years ago. Yeah, but anyway, the point is you could just buy warranty void stickers. Like, it's not even that special. So I could buy this, wait a week, and then return it. Using heptane to lift it? Nah, I'm not going to do that. I don't care. I'm going to have this scope for a century. It's going to be way out of warranty by the time anything happens to it. The other Rigel that I had, that I put a new fan in, fine. Totally fine for many, many years. Your logo here. But anyway, if I ever wanted to do cheat a warranty void sticker, I would definitely just buy one that looked legitimate and then put it on there. So we're just because I don't want to have residue under this thing, I'm just gonna cut it. Bum bum ba da. Now, is there something under the foot? The foot looks implanted. It looks like it's squished in there. No, there's nothing under the foot. It was literally just the sticker. Okay. Sometimes you work on stuff that's very, very expensive, and you got to put that cost out of your mind because you got to be working your best. You don't want to mess up. I have alternative fans. I have laptop fans that do the 3-mount thing. We'll look at that in a little bit. I'm going to try to get behind this thing first, though. And I don't want to remove the heatsink, it looks like we've got standoffs on the perimeter. I wonder what that jumper does. JTAG and flash. Oh, neat. You can flip it between flash and JTAG with this jumper in the corner. Yeah, this is a pretty neat design for a heatsink. It's also a kind of like a rough material. Here, let's get my light over here. Get focus in on the whole board. It's a ground lug. It looks like there is a metal panel that's attached to the front. So I can undo these screws, not the circuit board screws, but the screws on the very perimeter. And I might be able to lift the entirety of the electronics out of the plastic frame, which is what I want to do. I do not want to mess with any other part of my scope, because it's my scope. You know, I just got this thing. I don't want to get too deep into it. But there's nothing over here. This whole part would be, there might be a screw under it, in which case I would have to disassemble it. But let's just try this first. We'll try this first and see if it budges. Small Sparrow. And then a part number, version 1.01. I wonder if the code name was Sparrow or something. It's either that or they just molded it. Okay, so that's still... Oh, forgot a screw. Jeez, I'm smart. I'm very smart. No, I'm actually dumb enough to be dangerous is what... What kind of port is the aux out? That's called a BNC. BNCs are awesome. They're really, really good cables. They lock into place, and yeah, forged or sandcast. Yeah, I don't see ejector marks, but this would be the... Well, actually, yes, I do see ejector marks. There's a couple ejector marks on it, if not fill marks for the cast. I don't think they would do sand. That seems a little cheap for such a company. Okay, it seems like this one is doing dual. Well, why wouldn't this one be the one that they chose? Because I can get to all the others, but the one... or is this coming out? Yeah, there's still one in there, I think. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh, I see. I was unplugging a plug. Did it damage it? Nope, didn't damage it. Okay. Good. Oh, wow, that's all the screen stuff. Huh. Shielded. Do you think that maybe they're trying to either dissipate heat or possibly even just keep everything nice and clean? All of the scope functionality is behind a huge piece of metal. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that is a nice design. That is very nice. Looks like this. I can't cut the screen from behind. Damn you. Why would you do that? God damn it. The screen comes out from the front and it's taped in place. Put the scope to the side over there and see what kind of crap I'm in for. I have to do this the other way because this screen is taped onto the ABS. Son of a bitch. You got me again, Rigel. You win this round. It sucks. This is taped onto a piece of plastic. All right, all right, all right, all right. I see how it is. I see how it is. I see what I'm up against. Well, at least all our buttons didn't fall out, but I have to do it the way that I was doing it before. There's no choice. Which, that annoys me because I'm going to be really bad at cutting those corners. Isn't modern electronics beautiful? This is the smallest header, and I don't know if it needs to be that big. All right, I'm not taking this apart anymore. So I guess I'm putting it back together now. What the heck? Everything that we were doing was the only way to do it. The only other thing I could do is heat this up from behind and very carefully push it out. But then I would have label material, like sticker material all over the place, and it could potentially crack the screen getting it out that way. So I'm not going to do that. No, no, no. It's a bad idea. Isn't that wild? All right, so I need to be careful putting this thing back because I got to get this header lined up just right. That's kind of a difficult thing. So I'm going to peek in from the side. This is actually, did they do this purposely in order to make it like impossible to put back together? Because the pins are on this side, not this side. Like, this is great to move around and stuff. I'm not going to knock it onto anything and bend that. Those are super dangerous to have just sitting out. And if I crash this into it the wrong way, I could potentially bend stuff. So they made that kind of difficult for their techs. Maybe they have a jig to do this. Maybe they just dance a jig. Oh, and then the power button's misaligned. Nope, it was fine. Ah! I'll have to grab that in a minute. Oh, that's in? No, not quite. All right, backing out, backing out. Those pins are okay. Just gotta be really careful about how I'm putting this back together. Let's get this leg out of the way. Put that back in a minute. And get the other one off the floor. I wonder what that other cut is for. Maybe a different front panel? Looks like a second header. Like, I gotta align this thing microscopically correct because it's such a high pitch header. Why is the USB? The USB goes way in there. Okay. You can't see what I'm doing while I do this. We're going to be at this for a minute. Hold on. I know, this is how I lost the switch eject button. Actually, the switch eject button just fell behind stuff. I don't know. I've looked and looked and looked. It's probably in a vacuum cleaner bag in a landfill by now. But I never found it. I never found it. Nope, still misaligned. It's like it'll stick in for some reason, but then something else is getting caught. I think like some of the pins are going in. Wait a minute, is that just an extension header, or can I unplug this one? Nah, it's just an extension header. Okay. These are just taller than normal headers. I don't get why they make these surface mount though, because that can tend to pull off traces and stuff. I've seen more often than not, I've seen these headers be the source of breaking a device, just because they're putting surface mount headers on everything, and that's great, but you can also do through hole of the same type of header and it'll be very strong. All right, so we got to very carefully position this thing back to where it was and plug it in. It's a more difficult operation than it really lets on to. Because that feels like I got it, but then this side over here isn't quite lining up. Why is there tape over something over here? What is that thing? A little can. Must be RF. That looks like it's all in alignment, though. Oh yeah, that's against plastic. Okay. So actually, I think I plugged it in right a couple times. No, they don't. No. All kinds of factory equipment to put stuff that's through hole in. You don't have to have somebody do it by hand. But it's so much stronger. I guess if you can get away with it, you might as well do surface mount. It's just those headers are so frustrating. I was expecting pogo headers. Yeah, that would have been good too. I had spicy chicken nuggets for lunch, which was probably a really bad idea. All right, so there were no crunching noises when I put the header back on, so I'm pretty confident that we put it back properly. I'm incensed. I can't believe that the screen is taped on like a tablet screen or like a cell phone screen. I guess that's how we're doing it nowadays. There isn't a hole with a circuit board behind it. Oops, there's already one in there. Where'd you go? You go up here. Clever, clever, clever design. And they got this wonderful heatsink here. We gotta find a fan. Yeah, I guess the OS is comfortable with cell phone style design choices. Way smaller. Way smaller. We got 3 screws that are holding this fan on, and then we gotta compare it to the other fans that I have. I have a Noctua that we can eviscerate and put in its place. I may opt out of this screen protector. I don't know. I think I want to buy a different, like a no reflect, not a paper style one. All right, now we might reuse that wire. That header's never been unplugged. Jeez. Why Android? I don't know. First D, DC brushless, 12 volts, 0.14 amp. Not a good fan. Of all the things that they could have cheaped out on, I'm shocked that the fan is it. Now, I could peel this up and try to get in here and give it a grease or something, but... Ah, the micro SD card for onboard storage. Huh. Well, that's kind of cool. All right, so replacement fans. I mean, we're not putting a 60 millimeter fan in this thing, or 80 or whatever the hell this thing is. That's just not happening. So the only thing that I really have, this one's a 4-wire, I'll try to find a smaller one, are these little Noctuas. And that'll fit in the location. I could almost just wedge it in like that. The height is, I think, pretty limited, though. Yeah, because there's some features on this to catch air. So what I can do is pop off the fan part and then tape it right there. That's pretty much how my old one did it too. I used VHB tape or whatever. But let's just see what I've got in the fan bin. I've got kind of a very big variety of fans in here from projects. The smaller fans, the fans that are the size of the Rigol fan, are somewhat in limited supply though. Because Noctua doesn't make one in that size. For some reason. I don't know why. Oh my god, so many fans. So many fans! The default one makes a high-pitched sound. And I don't want none of that. This one's a 3-wire. And it is probably not... 12 volts. Okay, good. So this one, that's the one that we'll use. It looks a little old. I think this is one from a 3D printer. It looks like it's seen a couple heat cycles. So I don't know. I'm reticent to use that fan, but maybe we'll go with it. I got to dig deeper. That's why would you tell me that? Like the sound of your own voice. I got these. These aren't going to be right. These are for like a graphics card. I bought them just thinking about putting one in my old computer, but they were too big. These are really cheap though. Like, look, I don't need my chat to make public safety announcements, public service announcements. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? Like, that's not my channel. And it's not your channel. All right, the small fans are at the bottom of the bin, and I'm out of workspace here, so I'm just going to start stacking stuff. I don't know how you get that from what I just said. That's a leap. You made a weird jump there. I meant to put these on the brack to cool it off, but I never got an opportunity. All right, some smaller. These are not Noctuas, so I inherently do not. Why is there a DC motor in here? This one is. This one's a 4-pin, so that goes to other efforts. What's this one? This one is a 3-pin, 5-volt. So that's out. These are tubes. What are tubes doing in here? Jeez. This, I think, was the one from the other Noctua, or sorry, from the other, no, never mind. This is a 24-volt fan. This came from like a printer head or something like that. This is the size that I would need, though. Well, a little smaller. I could always put a blower motor on it. No, that's not right. There's so much dust. Okay, it doesn't... I was looking for one of the power supply fans. I had these open fans that were from a power supply. I wonder... this one's 24 volt though, so I don't think it'll spin in 12 volts, but I'm just curious about something. I need to do something for me right now. Yeah, 50 millimeter is a tough fan to find. It's mostly an industrial fan. They probably used it because it's so frustrating to find. But we'll cut up a Noctua, and I think that'll work just nice enough. Ah, here we go. Maybe I could put one of these in there. These are laptop blower fans. I think this is too big. Yeah, it's too big. Darn. This is almost the right size. It's just like barely too large. That would have been a great fan because these are designed to push air laterally outward. Twitch is doing weird stuff. Hang in there, chat. You can make it through this one. I believe in you. That's disappointing that this thing is too big. Everything else I have is weird. Too weird, too big. That's not even supposed to be in here. This is a Delta. Oh my god, there's dust floating all over the place. Just no. Just the answer to this is no. All right, so I can break the housing off of this, and I want to see whether or not this is oh wait, no, never mind. The housing, yeah, the housing has the bearing in it. This would actually be pretty quiet without the housing around it. Like if I cut away the entire housing, if it fits in here, that would be kind of neat. I'm gonna try it though, because it's not like I'm doing anything with this fan right now. Oh, the Delta, yeah, no way. No, thank you. I'm good. We're good here. We don't need any of that noise. Thought I could do this with my fingernail, but I guess not. That little guy right there. I'm kind of interested in this, because, well, I don't have a 12-volt one. That does fit nicely in that space. How does this thing run on 12 volts? try to give it 12 volts and see what it does, because it's the same plug. The cooling fan runs at a constant speed, and you can hear it at all times. It's always going woo, and it's just got a little bit of a high-pitched noise to it, which makes it completely obnoxious when you're in a quiet production studio environment. Because what this will do is throw air outwards, and when it does that, it'll be cooling this whole thing instead of down, which is fine, but I don't know. A thought occurs that it might be useful. Let's take a look. Instead of blowing up one of my other Noctuas, this thing's already set for 12 volts. So all I need to do is, well, I need to get all these fans out of the way. Looks back at workshop, is covered in fans. This one's neat. This is a bigger flat fan. Very, very low space usage. But I think just the subtle cooling from a tiny little Noctua will be enough. The scope will still get pretty warm though. If this fan does spin under 12 volts and it is slow and quiet and I can feel a little bit of a breeze, then I will gladly put it in. This one looks like it has seen too many summers. It's covered in a little bit of plastic dust from being in a 3D printer. And while this would be a good candidate for swapping in, because it's already kind of busted, I'm a little reluctant to put it in there. So we'll give it a shot. See what everybody's on about. But I think something like this one that previously saw usage in, I think a different, what project was that? I don't know. It's something. That one might be a little better to do. And I can crimp connectors onto the ends of these. This one's 5 volts specifically, so I can't use that one. That'll blow up. That's too big. These are too tall. If Noctua made a narrow one of these, it would still be too big. Why does Ragdoll always do this? They do put a weird, why do they do like, hey, let's put a weird fan in there. Let's put like a really weird fan in there instead of just like a normal fan. It could be a normal non-housed fan. That would be fine. I'd be okay with that. No, we got to do something weird. We got to use a fan that is like the only one in existence in this industrial catalog. This is the possible sacrifice 12 volts. I'd rather do that one. This one has a longer cable. Wait, but this one is 4-pin. Yeah, they're both 4 pins. I'm like a fan queen. I gotta buy the best. All right, and then a little double-sided VHB will make sure that it never ever moves. Eight or 9 volts. They detune the stock fan by voltage, probably for noise reason. Oh, had any of the code? You mean Noctua 5-volt fans? Yeah, the Noctua 5-volt fans are just like the regular fans. They're fine. They work just fine. Oh, we don't need this here. Ooh, I think I hit a fan with that. Fan versus fan. Fan on fan violence. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Try not to hit any buttons on the keyboard, or else OBS will do weird stuff. Screwdriver out of the way. Get to my power supply, which is buried under this stuff. The screen, that screen thing failed so hard. I'm so angry. Well, we got another one that we can try it with. We can be very careful. I'm so disappointed that I can't just cut along the plastic from the other side. I need like a sizing guide. I need to like print out what the screen looks like on a piece of paper and then cut down through the paper on the peripheral. I need that CNC machine. All right, so plus 12 volts. I mean, I just take these and untangle them. The little cat's cradle. Or sorry, you said 8 or 9 volts. I go to plus 25, turn this on. I don't think 8 volts is going to get this 24-volt fan to do anything. If it does, I'll be pretty happy. I don't know about converting fans. All the electronics are you know, packed away. That works. That's working at 8 volts just fine. And it's pushing quite a bit of air. Oh, this is perfect. So I'm going to tape that down and get rid of the peripheral stuff. We could try to do the screw holes. I think it might let me use the screws. It'd be nice because then I wouldn't lose the screws. All right, so we're gonna chip away at the perimeter of this thing. This thing works at the voltage. Hopefully it's 8. If it's 9, that works as well, and it pushes a lot of air. This is a substantial amount of air, and you can see it cooling off my fingertip. No, this wasn't designed for a 120. I mean, look at the facets of this. There's even stuff encouraging air to move in a particular way. If it's swirling, there's like, these are bumped out in order to catch air. It's very specific about how they want the air to flow in and out of this. But yeah, it's a neat design, and I think I am going to supplement it with a pushing fan. Yeah. Yeah, so this will be good. This will be an actual upgrade. So I need to get rid of that plastic on the outside, and the best thing to use are the flush cutter. We just have to be careful that A, we don't accidentally use the flesh cutters, and B, I don't crack the material underneath. But it looks like it is finding a nice little seam as I move around the perimeter here. This is going to be good. I'm excited about this. And this is where the challenge is. Getting this part to come out cleanly. I think I need to just go inside the line a little bit. And that gets rid of the entire post. I want to keep a little material on the outside because if possible, I would like to use the screws to hold this thing in. Crazy guy down under changed the fan on his scope. He had not much room behind the heatsink in the case. Yeah. Well, we'll test that. We'll test that. Everybody wants me to compare me and tell me I can't do something. Everybody's telling me I can't do stuff. I have to change the pinout if I put a Noctua in a server, blah, blah, blah. Yes, live a little. Worry warts. Trust the professional to know what he's doing. Can't do this, you can't do that. You guys are a bunch of hall monitors. Here's your hall pass, they say as I punch them. Oh my God. Absolute screaming fast plastic being thrown around. It is not the most expensive plastic in the world. Yeah, death by supersonic plastic indeed. Oh, look at that. Look at how that fits in there. It's kind of neat. Kind of neat. I know it's not centered. Certainly not centered within the material. And the material hits all the fins, but it is a thing. We'll be going that way. Where did the other cord go? Does it have a... It doesn't really have a run on this. It just kind of sits. What is that? Oh, there it is. That's the clip. I could almost just get away with using double-sided tape on this. But I would like to put screw holes in it, so one's there. I don't know how I can accurately mark screws. Maybe we could just do a big screw hole and then... Let's try this. Well, actually, one thing needs to be resolved as well is whether or not this fits. That's funny. It's a 24-volt DC blower motor, and it might stick up a little too much. Oh, shit. Hold on. We're going to see. We're going to see before I get the tape or the screws or I spend all the time on it and then learn that it's totally unviable. Once more, I have owned a Rigol scope. Get pwned, Rigol. Okay, the scope actually wins because it can't get the wire into the clip. It's the same sized wire. I just can't get it in there. Here, you just hang out right there. Go to the trouble of plugging it in, I guess. And then, does this fit? Why does that not fit? It does. I'm just observing. There's dog hair everywhere. We got a new vacuum cleaner, and I probably should have run it in here before this. It's perfect in every way. Now, does it spin freely? Yep. Wait a minute. It's real close. I don't think it hits. I don't think it does. I kind of want to power it up in there just to see. I actually think it's going to clean it much nicer. Or sorry, clean it. I was reading comments at the same time as I was talking. It's like patting your belly and eating a sandwich. Yeah, I think it's actually going to be better at cooling than what was previously there. I can't... Little wire clip. How big is the wire on the old one? Oh, much smaller. Oh, I see. This has thicker wire. I see. Well, well, well. It's got the same plug, though. Is it the same... Haha! You thought you were going to win this one. You thought you would have gotten me. Yes. I'll have to flip the pins in the plug. Well, which actually means that I'll be able to just make a two-size plug. I'll recrimp these. I mean, I can pop them out and flip them. Maybe that's what I should do. I should just pop them out and flip them. I could recrimp them so that it's to length and everything, but it moves backwards and starts blowing air out. So, I am going to attempt... Well, actually, first I want to attempt to power this thing up with the backing on there. So let's get power into this. See, if I power this, maybe we can hear what this one's like. I've got 9 volts running into this. Ow! That runs pretty angry at 9 volts. It's actually moving a lot more air than I thought it would be. These are JST connectors, and you can buy kits for JST all over the place. I may need to put moisturizer on. My hands are extremely dry. You guys can't hear it, but it's making a little woo noise. Very, very faint. So this is going to move a lot less air. I might actually opt to use the Noctua in this event. Because this one is extremely quiet, but doesn't move quite as much air. Does it feel about the same? It does feel about the same. It feels about the same, but that's just my conjecture. I don't have a means by which to measure the airflow. Spicy pinwheel, yes. It seems to throw, I mean, enough air, but that other fan was moving air much more cleanly, but also it wasn't blocked at the bottom. When it's in here, it's blocked at the bottom. And so it's throwing the air down and over, whereas this thing is throwing the air out. So I don't know how it might run a little hotter with this fan. It might just run a little hotter. It is definitely moving air, though. We'll try it. I don't think anything will overheat under this fan. Oh, you know what I can do? I can just transfer the pattern. There we go. That's easy enough. All right. Now I just need a drill bit. That'll be easy. Mini wind tunnel. I'm sure they have something like that. I mean, what people wanted me to do is get a sucrose vape, but I don't want sucrose all over my stuff. You know, there are actually things that you can use with, like, there's cans of smoke spray that you can use with lasers. A very small drill bit indeed. Even smaller than this one, which I don't see any smaller ones. I may have to go to the special circuit board ones. The circuit board ones are too small. This one is broken? No. It's smaller than my hole, which is a weird thing to say to somebody on the street. So don't do it. Let me see. The small drill bits, I accidentally leave in the drill, and then the drill falls forward on the table and blows up the drill bit. So I am a little bit light on my collection of small drill bits. I may have to buy a set of drill bits. This one looks broken. I don't think it is, but it looks broken. Okay, that one's pretty good fit. All right, that's good. All right, let's go back here. Lasers fix everything. They do. They do indeed. If it can't be fixed with lasers, it deserves to be broken. The only problem with this is that this fan is not exactly centered. And I guess I gotta do one of the holes on the X. Here's the X. So I want one of them over here. The fan blade is always blocking the holes, isn't it? No, it's not. Never mind. I'm gonna just, like, use my hand, I guess. Oh god, my whole camera mount is loose, but I can't move my hand. I can't move my hand. Okay. Oh, I won't be able to get to all these. This one's gonna be blocked. Ah, that sucks. By nature, the blower fan is off-center. Probably better off just using, what do you call it? Because if I push that out to the edge, that's not going to fit in there. This is just naturally off-center because that's how the blower fan is mounted in the cage. The back of the case is a dumb design that blocks air intake. I don't know. But I guess I can use 2 out of 3 screws and that'll be okay. Just poke through with a soldering iron, to be honest. Wait, the drill's right here. Hold on a minute. The drill's literally sitting right here. What am I doing? We have motors to do this for us. Oh, good. Scratched one of the blades. It caught on the plastic and pulled forward, so that's not good. Hopefully that doesn't unbalance the fan. This one I can't really do anything with because I don't think the bolt will go under the fan. Try it. I gotta be really careful because when this thing goes through, it's gonna press against the fan, and I don't want it to do that. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, pressed on it a little bit. Oh well. This isn't dangerous stream, it's fine. Jesus. Send it all over the place. Klutzy, klutzy, klutzy. Yeah, so I can't get under this one. This one's under, like, completely underneath the fan. And there wasn't really a good way for me to maneuver the 3 mounting holes so that I could have all of them. Well, actually, you know what? That one is partially under the fan. Yeah. Oh, so is that one, though. But if I do that over there... Nope, that doesn't work. I think they cover the impeller pretty nicely. This is where we need CAD software. We need CAD software to help me with this. Yeah, if I trimmed it very close, all 3 of the bolt holes would be right up against the side of the fan, which might be able to work. These might be able to go under the fan a little bit. Actually, not Noctua for once. Although we might default back to it when I ruin this one. I found a 24-volt blower fan that does decently. Yeah, that's gonna. Nope, that's not gonna work. That screw hole is not gonna work. I'm gonna have to use foam, which would push this thing forward, which is not acceptable. So I gotta come up with a solution here. I mean, 1 bolt holding it in. Oops, I was off by a little bit in there. Oh, that's actually completely... God, that's stupid. Why are my holes never in the right spot? Huh? What is that? You never win. I got little shiny spots on the fan mount. All right, VKB, let's see if you make it too tall. I'll just do 3 little pieces of it for now. Actually, just 1 giant piece across the back for now. This is a temporary solution unless it works, in which case it's permanent. That is way too big of a piece. No way. No way in hell. That would never move from that spot. 2 pieces will hold it pretty snug. Too snug, in fact. This tape is like way too serious. Way too serial. But hopefully this blower fan runs well enough to be quiet and provide me with enough cooling air. Because I think the 40mm Noctua, as an alternative, won't be moving as much air. I don't think so. Not at 8 volts, 9 volts. But it is our fallback. That is the fallback solution. I wish I had a 12-volt blower fan, because that might move a bit more air. Wonder if I could get down to the circuit board on this thing and figure out what makes it 24 volts. This is probably like just a selection kind of thing. There's probably like a resistor in there. Burn off all the extra current. I'm going to not use the one with the little stand. I'm going to go right next to it. Is that making a popping noise? All right, let's just see how it does. I think this is pressing down on the fan now. I think I saw it push down. No, this is way smaller than an 80mm fan. Way smaller. All those fingerprints on this thing. Probably should have taped the protector on. So before I trust it with power, I'm going to take the pin tool and spin the fan a little bit. Oh wait, no, never mind, hold on. It is being pressed down a little bit. Their logo is right over top of the fan. Are you kidding me? I think that's scraping. Very hard to tell because it spins perfectly freely. I know. I'm not putting the bolts in. I'm not gonna like put it all back together just to learn that this thing is scraping. But we'll try powering it on. Let's just see what happens. It'll probably make scrapey noises. All right, that's a 1 minute power up. And it's like 40 seconds before you know whether or not you've actually hit the button. It's not spinning. Does the fan start up later? If they had a proper vent hole. It still made the high-pitched noise, though. It would have been better off, but... Oh, I didn't flip the wires. Shit. We gotta turn... Sorry. Fuck. Good call, good call. Just reverse currenting our fan. Scope's like, I think something's bad. Yeah, this is a 50 millimeter fan, which Noctua does not create 50 millimeter fans. They just don't do it. Be nice if if Noctua had a 50 millimeter. That'd be nice. Yeah. Well, we know the pins were flipped still. So if I fix that, we'll be fine. Just gotta get them out of these little things. Come on, these are like extra difficult for some reason. Suck! You suck! Stupid JST plugs. I do have the crimp for this. Oh, don't be such a wiener. Kernel issues, my ass. It's fine. It's a piece of test equipment. That stuff happens. That's a bunch of wieners today. I should do something to like purposely like damage the scope just to get you guys to stop being wieners. There we go. You can just reflash it. Oh, okay. Rigol provides you with the software? Really? Kind of cool. Or if I could just make it run Android. Just make it into a Raspberry Pi. Oh, God. So I got to do this with a knife so that I can get under the ledge. Like there's a little ledge. The pin on this thing is just a little piece of metal that sticks up. And if you push down on it, you can sometimes make it go up like that, and then it'll still hit the ledge of plastic because it's like it's a pin sticking up off of the thing, and then there's a ledge on the plastic that you need to get it to go under. And so in order to do that, you push down on it. But if you do it wrong, it could be like shaped like that, and it would still hit up against that ledge. So I'm using the knife to kind of get in there and get in between the two and actually flatten it down. But it's a very sharp knife, and this is very close to my fingers. So I just want to be careful because I'm not allowed to have arterial spray on Twitch. Why are you being such... There it goes. Okay. So then I got to bend it back up, and you just do that by pressing the knife blade into it. And then I forget what pin is what. Okay, black is on the right. So now, this goes in here. Like so. Just gonna tuck that over there like that. Wish it would stay in. You chuck firmware on a USB stick and it auto loads it. Oh, so it's just like a 3D printer. All right, so I'm placing the cover on the back and then booting it up, just so that I can see whether or not this fan will do its job. I'm not screwing any screws yet. I can't believe they taped on the. And I'm also mad that I can't use the screws again. I'm mad about that. Wish I could use the screws to hold the fan on. Both of my Rygulls are being held together with VHB tape. Power on. Theoretically, a couple seconds into this, let me try removing the back cover a little. Oh wait, but the plug, yeah, see, if I pull it up a little bit, then it starts spinning. So this is definitely hitting plastic. Now, is that moving enough air to cool the scope? This I do not know. All right, so it looks like we're just putting an Noctua on there. Oh, that's a lot quieter than it used to be. Yeah, that's actually pretty usable. You guys think I should? This is pretty good. I think I'll use this scope like this because it's pretty quiet, actually, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't mind that. All right, buddy. Why don't we go ahead and power off? Are you sure? Oh yeah, I'm sure. You don't want to be on for too long. The double-sided tape makes it too far forward. So that's a bust. The whole thing's a bust. If I could get maybe one of the screw holes to go in, then it would perhaps be okay. And, well, maybe I can explore that right now. We could just explore that right now. If this screw... No, but those screw holes are... The only screw hole that's far enough away is this one, and it doesn't line up. This is slightly warm. Yeah, it's too far out. If I could pull it in a little bit, which I guess I can do by drill. Yeah, it would eventually self-clearance. Yeah, it made this noise for a while, but then it stopped. Slightly more oval hole. Still doesn't line up. One screw is better than none. That's what my pappy always said. Then his car exploded. All right. By virtue of that being an oval, I can get one screw on it. Yeah, the other screw hole is a little too close to the fan, and so the screw head doesn't allow it to go on, but maybe this won't collide. No, might as well just turn it on and see. All this booting up without a fan. You can spin up any time you feel like it, buddy. It does take a little bit before it spins the fan, huh? Come on, bud. Turn on your fan. Do it. Why aren't you turning it on? Now I second guess myself about whether or not I hit the power button. Oh, that's red. So do I press that? Oh, now it's green. Okay, yeah. Now I turned it on. Oh, yeah, that's just the right noise. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's perfect. Fuck. Off you go once more. Now I'm pulling the plug. Yeah, so that doesn't clear. It almost clears, which is pretty frustrating. If I really wanted to shave stuff, I guess I could. This is the problem. This stuff here that's weaving its way around the back panel. I guess it's meant to catch swirling air in some way, shape, or no? It's meant to strengthen the VESA mount. What the? See, they've got this structure here to strengthen the plastic for the VESA mount. Why not just, I don't know, like, do a good back panel? This is all the rage, or at least it was all the rage, is doing a hexagonal pattern and then randomly filling pieces of it. It's not about a piece of foam. It's about stuff scraping the fan. This is too tall. So we're putting a Noctua in. We're going back to Noctua. Everything always returns to Noctua, just like crabs. So I'm actually going to keep, well, no, I'm not going to keep that. Well, I might need to, actually. Yeah, looks like I got to replace the cable on this. This one's a 4-pin. This one's a 3-pin. If this is going to be doomed from the start, we should maybe start with a 3-pin, and then I'll put a plug on this one. So get the fan. That's the distance. Just about to there. Give it a little bit extra clip. And then we don't need... Is it the red wire? Damn it. Noctua. I think it's the yellow wire, but pin out. Oh. No, we're not looking for +5. Yeah, yellow is +12 and black is ground. Okay, so it's yellow and black. As much as I suspected. Okay, so this thing is garbage. This fan somehow survived me putting everything away. That would have been funny though if the graphics card fans fit, but these are a little bit much. They're a little bit crazy. Also, they're very sharp. That went everywhere but where it was supposed to. Okay, so we need to free these up from the housing. 1, 2. Come on. Come on, buddy. And 3. And if this fails, this fan was kind of crappy anyway. This is on the 3D printer for 1,000 years, and it's got like plastic welded to it. Making sure I don't cut the wire with this thing. I can either keep the wings or I can use them or cut them and use foam on it. The Noctua is a little bit undersized for this task. I don't know if it's not really going to move enough air. Because that is kind of pathetic, isn't it? I thought I had another 50mm fan. I guess that was the laptop fan. And that's not quite 50. It's a little bit bigger than 50. And it looks like the screws aren't really going to help me here. So I am going to have to use foam in order to put this fan down on it. Well, no, it was in a very hot environment. It had a lot. Listen, it was having a bad day. All right, so I'm going to have to get out the crimp kit. I got plenty of them. Be nice and easy. The problem is that little shiny spot that I put on the thing is going to be visible forever because I drove a screw into it. It's all right. Once I get the back panel on, I can ignore it forever. I don't know if this stuff will crimp very easily. Actually, don't think it will. Because the wires are so small. Tiny little, small little wires. And then we need this thing. And crimp it with number 1. I need to do some modifying of my crimping tools in order to make things easier to crimp. Because they could be much better. Need one of those factory guns that just does it automatically. But this is the most annoying part of doing this stuff, is when I need to make like wiring harness stuff. Wiring harnesses are awesome, but making them is annoying. Your harness. Oh, that is totally... Well, I'm accepting that. under the guide of just getting things done, I'm accepting that crimp into my heart of hearts. Ah, there's that fly again. How are you still alive? Oh, your lifespan was like a day. Jeez. I'm not going crazy. There's actually a fly in here. Probably from yesterday, and I don't understand how it's navigating with all the wind that I have at my back. All right. Now for this one, hopefully I get it just about the same. Pretty good. Okay, cool. So with the plug. Hey, what the? How did these get up here? Wouldn't close because there's little crimps in the lid. Weird. Very strange. Okay. Getting to the bottom of this. Yeah. Not big mods. It's mainly just replace the fan. What do we got? So we got even though the original wiring is thinner than everything else, huh? Red is on the left. Okay. Oops, I gotta squish. I have to squish the very end of this so that it fits in the housing. When I use that crimper specifically, it doesn't actually fit back into the housing because the circular crimp is a little too big to fit in the JST. It's not really specifically a JST crimper. I just hope that this cools it enough. I feel like it's a pretty restricted amount of air through the tiny little Noctua. Although these things get pretty mad at very low amounts of voltage. How do you like the new scope? It's awesome. It's really good. It's worth every penny that I spent on it, and I spent a lot of pennies. 70,000 of the things. Is that right? I don't think I did the calculation right. 7 times carry the 1. I don't know. Spent a lot of money on this thing. But since I used the scope so much, it was worth it. Now I'm going to cause it to overheat and explode. I guess I can put the screws back in just for storage. If I ever find a fan that I can appreciably replace the thing with, I'll have the screws stored here. Because this is becoming, like, this is kind of a standard pattern. The laptop fans do this a lot, where they have a flat plate that has three screw holes. Shame I can't 3D print something. Make a little adapter. It is kind of a shame. The laptop fan was just the right thing. It just was a little too big for this housing. Because that fan specifically pushes air outwards from itself. Get it in the center. I got to make sure that the cable goes under the leg that has a, what do you call it? It's got like a little piece of plastic jutting out from the leg so that it holds the cable out of the way of the fan. That's rather important. Let's see if I can't get this to go in there. Am I blocking? Probably blocking. I'll bring you guys over here. Yeah, HDMI output is great, and people were asking about it the other day. They were like, "Why would you want that?" It's like, "Oh, haha! Imagine hooking your scope up to a big monitor." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's exactly what you do, because your coworkers then don't spill coffee on you while looking at what you're observing." You go, "Hey, boss, I'm having some trouble with this signal," and he brings his coffee over and he spills it all over your back. He says, "Yeah, fuck you." You're like, "Fuck you too, buddy," and then you get fired. It's a mess. So you put your scope up on a monitor, and then they can fuck off and see what you're doing from behind you. You got to get coffee spilled on you somehow, and that's via coworkers. I mean, come on. That's just the way of the world. The curl of the burl. Okay, so this is going to fit. I know it's going to fit because this is a dinky little Noctua that's like 1,000 years old and powered my previous 3D printer, my previous iteration of my 3D printer. The question is if it's going to work properly. I know it's going to be quiet. That's a given, but it was mainly, so in my old job, we were analyzing IEDs, and so somebody would do something really weird, or we'd find a strange signal in the way that they designed something. And so you'd have people also working in the lab doing the same or similar kinds of stuff on different devices, differently designed devices. And so you would have people around you that you could ask, or maybe you'd go over to the RF guy and be like, "Hey, I'm measuring this oscillator," and you'd be able to ask him questions and learn some stuff. And then it was much more convenient to have somebody be able to look at a signal on a big scope, and you could hunch over the thing that you were testing and get close to it. There were no camera setups like what I do. That would be useful too. "Hey boss, open my Twitch stream and tell me what's wrong with this bomb." Go ahead, had somebody jump into his stream and ask him how to make a bomb, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? The YouTube stream sidebar recommendations given is just AI Tech Bros and anime clips. So AI is telling you to watch stuff about AI. We do have YouTube chat open, right? Yeah, that's going. This thing is still, it's on? Yeah, it's on, it's on. This thing on? Taps microphone. Okay, so back over to here. And I don't know, it's a little tiny little fan, but it should do its job. Are we willing to, yeah, I guess I'm willing to put it back together fully now. This is sort of a foregone conclusion. It'd be nice to put 2 Noctua fans in here. It seems like it could use it until they make a 50mm fan. I guess I could look that up in a minute. But I know that's going to fit because it's absolutely tiny. Oh my god, it's actually a very close fit though. Oh no, there's a couple millimeters in there. There's a couple millimeters in there. Rigel needs to release files for these designs. They need to release the 3D files so that I can design a fan into it. I could have. Oh man, if we wanted to go full bore on this and go crazy, I could get the rotary table out. We could remove the heatsink, and I could bore it out for one of those laptop fans. That would actually be hilarious. That would be really fun to do. Everybody would be cringing all the way. Fan that fits into the VESA mount. Aren't those 140s? No, I think those are a different... I think that's a different profile. At least I stored the screws in this thing. Yeah, I can show that in a minute. I can't do it with the scope off, but it basically, OBS just opens the browser page, and I've got Ethernet for the scope. Does this thing connect on Wi-Fi? I don't know if they'd want to have Wi-Fi on a scope. I didn't look into that. I don't see Wi-Fi on the symbols on the side. $92 or an $80. Hold on, I got some big fans over here. We just for the memes. I think these are 120s though. The dusty one I think is an 80. Oh no, that's much bigger. That's too big. Just like there's that fly. God damn it. It's just out of spec. It's just a little bit wider. 120 stuck to the back of mine, big improvement. This whole thing's still gonna get hot. It's not a big deal that it gets warm. It's okay. Although you don't generally want your electronics getting warm because they last not as well. But I'm gonna need to find a better fan for this. Close enough to screw. I don't think so. It looked like they were just a little bit off from where they should be. I have a feeling that would make a lot of noise too, and also it ruins the profile of this thing. Actually, it doesn't. With the legs out, I think that would fit. Hold on a sec, I gotta look at that again. This is just for me. This is just for me. Yeah, I don't think you're getting two screws. Yeah, you're not. You can't get the screws on. It's like a little bit smaller. You could maybe... No, that's not going to work. It just doesn't line up. Yeah, it just doesn't line up. I mean, heat pipes would be pretty good too. But I think, you know, the real fun thing to do would be to get my rotary table, very carefully center where the center is, and then machine away a slightly larger peripheral, and then put one of those laptop pushing fans on the side. Yeah, sorry, in the middle where it mounts. Please spin up. We didn't test this. It is only 4 screws, but it's not spinning. Why is it not spinning? Because it's a 12-volt fan? Do I need to put the 5-volt fan on this? Not for lack of being able to spin. I think I'm going to put a 5-volt fan on this. That or I did the pins wrong, but I don't think I did the pins wrong. Yeah, we ain't spinning. I'll be kind and actually shut it down this time, though. I'm failing pretty hard at this scope modding day thing that I decided to do. This is pretty cursed. Nothing I've tried has worked. Why did you not spin? I wonder if the crimp was blocking. We'll test it with pins in just a second here. Let me just get this thing out of here again. It's only 4 screws. It's like they want you to get into this machine, you know? They're like, hey man, you ever wonder what's inside of the scope? I got 4 screws. They're right here. Yeah, it's USB-C powered. And when I went to order, sorry Pyro, I can't show you the cool on-screen feature until I have the scope able to boot up. But yeah, it's USB-C power. It's 4 amps, I think. Type in 12 volt 4 amp, and Amazon, instead of a dog toy, sent me a $75 USB-C charger brick. So I'm, as is tradition, I use my best power cord on my scope, and so that's it. And it's able to power the scope nicely. So no stock power brick for me. I mean, instead of water cooling, you'd want to use like a heat pipe. That'd be pretty cool. Although, why? The other question is why? Why don't you spin up? Give him the beans, boss. Not the beans. Why do I have this fan if it is broken? $10, $11, $12. Is it a connector thing? Okay, well, the fan's dead. We should have known by the state that it's in. So I guess we're installing a 5-volt fan, and it's getting over voltaged. That's not very good. Father, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Oh, wow, the whole back popped off. I can't get this thing out of the little cleats. Is that a temperature sensor on the back? It's like a diode. Garbage. Complete fucking garbage. Into the bin. I went directly into the garbage bin where I keep garbage. Because it's the bin for garbage. Because it's a garbage bin. Okay. Next. Next! What's the next fan on the chopping block? This one's 12 volts. So I could put this one in, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that 5-volt Noctua fan, which I don't know where it went. It's in the fan bin. It's like deep in this bin. I could put a resistor on it to lower the voltage, or I could just let it run at the slightly higher voltage because I don't think there are going to be too many repercussions. I had a 5-volt laptop fan in a 12-volt power supply for years, and it worked just fine. NFA4 DC 5-volt. There we go. All right. So we're going to have a slightly overdriven Noctua. The only concern that I would have is that it's loud. I don't think it's going to be loud. But yeah, the low noise adapter would essentially be that solution, which is just a big chunky resistor. Oh, did I just do that too short? Was that just a big dumb? It's like the perfect length. Oh boy. That off of there. This off of there. I want to pull the wires out by accident. And then I just clip, clip, clip. I hate that there's no other way to attach this. I gotta individually remove the 3 wires here. Maybe before I cut the red lead, I should test it. Okay. Looks like modding my scope is going to be the whole stream project, huh? Overclocking the cooling fan. Generally not recommended. I don't think I wouldn't go out and do what I do. Don't be like me. I have to have a certain amount of drama so that my stream's exciting, but minimal mounting material. I am essentially relying on that sticker to do all the work for me. And then we actually got one of those stupid Dyson vacuums, those expensive ones, because there was a super duper cyber deal on them. I really dislike Dyson. I really don't like him. He makes a good motor, though. That's the one thing they do very nicely at that company, is they make good motors. So we have this vacuum, and it works really well, but it says filterless, and it still has a filter. There's a filter on it. There's actually several filters on it. So it's like, what are you trying to sell us here, you huckster? Okay, back with the JST kit. I'll crimp wires on it so it's easier to plug it into the power supply. And actually, I've got to turn the power supply down back to 8 volts to try out this 5-volt fan and to see if it spins up and kills itself within the first 2 minutes. It has to be tested. I do this for you, chat, not for me. Wasting a $10 fan, $20 fan. I don't think they're 20, but they claim they can make them quieter while still sucking as strong, yet they don't because consumers. What? People need to hear the vacuum? The dog still hates the vacuum, though. I've never heard that style of barking from her. It's like a special kind of my domicile is being threatened bark. He gets real mad at it. Yeah, I don't really like Dyson at all. I think I should cut these a little shorter, huh? Yeah, we'll leave the full wire. I'll leave the full wire in there and we'll just see. Unfortunately, it's kind of going south here. Let's just make sure that that's twisted. Yeah, so what they do is they actually design a good impeller on the fan. The impeller is designed like a turbo motor, which is not all that revolutionary, but it's nice to see from like a consumer product. The other big problem that I have with them is the price that they charge for the stuff that they make. They charge an insane premium. They bought the patent for their bladeless fan for like $20, right? It was like a $20 patent, or sorry, not the patent. The patent that they bought for their bladeless fan was for a $20 to $30 fan, and they sell it for $700. Now they add features to it, but nothing more than a Tasmota thing could do. There's a little bit of air analysis, I guess. Doesn't really seem like $700 of technology, though. But that British accented fuck would make you, the British accented charlatan would make you believe. What are we, there we going? Oh, sub for 48 months. Hey, Jacose, thank you so much. Mentioned you earlier because I got out the rulers that you sent in. These are still my best rulers. Oh, I need a housing. Jeez. I need a housing. Am I going to do all this just to go back to the original fan? I'm going to do all this stuff just to go right back to the original fan. Red is on the left. Oh, I need to squish these. Hard to beat a good ruler. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was looking at tool chests. God, they're expensive. I need to get one, though, to go under my toolkit and hold all of these, like, circuit board tools that I've been getting over the years. All these little sensors and circuit board tools and stuff. Does patent prevent personal non-commercial use of protected ideas? Oh. That's between you and a lawyer. I ain't no patent lawyer. I don't know what the law is. All right, let's do 8 volts into this fan, and I'll just put it down on the desk, and we'll see if it screams itself to death and stops running. You're getting why I'm trying to come up with a good solution. Yeah, good start solution now. It's important. Yeah, right now, all of these circuit board tools, they're like actual, just like, some of them are just the circuit board. Some of them are like, you know, the frequency generator kit and stuff like that. I want a place where I can put them, like lay them out. And so I know what I have and I know what I'm capable of, and I'm able to get it quickly. Why does everybody betray me? Oh, did I put that in backwards? Yes. No, I didn't. Why everybody betray me? Wait a minute. It's Noctua, so it's yellow and black. And this one's 5 volts, so... Why? Why? Is it red and black? That's why I didn't cut the red wire. It's not. It's yellow and black. Is it the crimp? Is it the way that I crimped it? Yellow, 12 volts, black, ground. Well, this is Noctua's website. Chrome, black, 3 to 5, 4 V, 5 volt pins. Yellow is +5. Black is ground. It's black, 12 volts. No. 3-pin, 12-volt fan, non-PWM. Red is 12 volts. Yellow is the RPM. What the fuck? Why would they do this? So that other fan probably worked and we just blew it up. I'm happier to overdrive the Noctua than do this, but at least we're learning this before I close it up again. Well, red is 5 volts and yellow is 12 volts in a computer, but I don't know why the fans would have to do that so differently. There it goes. So that's 5 volts. We need to bring it up to 8 or 9. I forget what the scope does. It still is making no noise, but is it overheating and killing itself? I'm going to say no. Yeah, I'm not really hearing any whirring from this, so I think this thing is good to go. Not meant to be at this voltage, but I'm not seeing a lot of heat on the spindle, which is typically where the heat builds on these things. Ah, there is a little bit of noise coming from it. Well, let's see. Let's see if that works out. I mean, I know that the fans are different and Noctua does things a little weird, but in terms of computer wiring, and I don't know why people flip this up, is the 12-volt wires are supposed to be yellow. So I was under the impression they were doing things correctly. Ran one of the 40mm 5-volt ones and 12-volt for a while. They were fine, just louder. Yeah. So this will be, but the whole purpose of what we're doing is we are trying to quiet down the scope. So if it still has a whir, a loud whir, then I've done nothing. We're overdriving the 5-volt fan. It's going to move a little bit more air. I'm going to pop these things out, which is always super annoying. Actually, I only have to pop this one out. Come on, just give me the thing. They're so turbo annoying. Okay, there we go. All right, so this pin is gone. I guess I'll cut it just with the, where's my Nipex? Where'd they go? What the? Oh, they're back in the drawer. Okay. So just grab this one right here. Little clip. Because that way this little tab right here will hold it down. There's a little plastic tab that comes off of this leg. Cosmo Quest! Cosmo Questix! Hey! Thank you for rating. What are you guys up to? I'm ruining my Rigol scope. It's an expensive scope that I am modifying to be quiet because this is a studio space and I can't have fans making little noises. The only problem is we're overdriving a 5-volt fan at 12 volts in order to do that. So it might actually make more noise again. It might make a similar amount of noise. I don't know. This was I already ruined a 12-volt fan. That one was on its last legs anyway. That one was on the 3D printer and was covered in plastic dust that had like bonded to it. So, you know, that one was kind of on death's door. That was an experimental fan. But yeah, this one is a 12-volt Noctua that I've removed the case from because the original fan was this thing. One of these caseless fans. And they put it in a very interestingly designed heatsink. Basically, radial air is pushed down and into the little troughs, the little trench runs, and then they drop the proton torpedo into my scope and blow it up somehow. But yeah, the only problem with this is that Rigol designed this to the millimeter, and in order to strengthen the vase amount on the back of this thing, they put these hexagonal, they're hiding in the hexagons, these extra supports, this X support here. Dr. Pamela was pursuing the latest science papers looking for cool astronomy stories. Would you find any? That sounds pretty cool. All right, let's see. I'm going to crimp the back of this thing a little bit. Yeah, Cosmo Quest X does some cool stuff. If you guys are interested in space, it would benefit you to check out that stream. Now that I'm uploading the what do you call it? I'm uploading videos to the VOD channel, and so I'm trying to find all of the Cosmo Quest X raids. I know I'm missing a couple that in the little description notes. But hopefully I've given enough credit, and I'm trying to give credit back to the channel that raids in. All right, tape. That's back here. This is a patented flatulent gonad thing. I had to do it though, because 3Mares sent me about 10 billion googly eyes. The whole kit. There were some giant ones too that I never got to use. I don't know what happened to them. I had some on my milling machine, but yeah, it's kind of a cool heatsink. It's really meant to, I guess, just maximize the contact. But once again in this generation, I can't talk. This is supposed to be the next generation of scope, and the previous generation had similar issues putting stuff in the airflow path. They put this big, weird, complicated thing right in their airflow path. So they kind of squandered the whole cool heatsink and airflow and heat dissipation design by enloudinating it via obstruction. Not happy with them about that decision. I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to put a Noctua fan into my Rigol scope. Is that not centered at all? That's close. It's not quite centered. It's close. Close enough. So now I have an overdriven 5-volt fan in my 8-volt, which they underdrive the fan a little bit. So clearly somebody was tackling the problem there. somebody was tackling the noise problem, and they probably got, you know, the kibosh put on the whole being quiet thing, which is weird because test equipment, I know test equipment normally is not that quiet, right? This is kind of an acceptable loud. The Agilent power supply that I have, I should probably dust out because that thing makes significant fan noise. There's a whooshing, like a empty box whooshing noise coming from it. Generally, test equipment is not necessarily quiet. Studio equipment should be quiet, but I've had to replace fans and backup power supplies and stuff too. I don't got any warranties here. Nothing has a good warranty. This is for a very thin cable, and so it's hard to get the wires under this tab that's supposed to keep them out of the way. I was going to do a screen protector too, but I can't seem to... I don't know if I really like the one that I got. I don't really know if I like that one. This is frustrating. I got one of the wires, partially under it, that's why. There we go. Okay, that one's under it. Now I should be able to squish this one in. I'd show you guys what I'm doing, but it's really not that exciting. There we go. Now they're both in. Jeez. This pin tool, I don't know what I'd do without it. Okay, so that's there. This is there. That's going on. And before I button it up, I should test it just in case I got something wrong. Now I'm going to button it up fully. I'm going to button it up fully because it's funnier. It's only 4 screws. You know, Rigol is doing things that are totally awesome and sort of the way we would want things to be done. And it's the reason that I really respect Rigol. Like 4 screws that are in an obvious locations hold the back panel on. But then they do stuff like having a weird specialty fan behind a very turbulent grating and having a warranty sticker across a seam. Like those are things that are like, why are you doing this? Because those warranty stickers are not something of audio. People panic buying a bunch of op amps. Are they discontinuing a series? You know, I don't know. You're going to be able to find op amps till the end of time. Power supply off. Plug her back in. And then I can show Pyro the cool on-screen feature that this thing brings to the table. This thing has just blisteringly fast boot times. .5534A is end of life. I don't know of the 5534. I haven't used it in any of the synth stuff. Uh-oh. You guys hear that? You hear that? I'm gonna have to get one of those 12-volt fans. We're back in. This would provide quite a bit of cooling, but it is screaming, and I can hear it. So there's no... That's actually a lot worse. Ah, peanuts. Okay, well, at least this thing powers up quickly. That's how long it takes to boot, by the way. Jeez. Okay, well, here I go again. No, I'm just going to do a 12 volt, just straight up, because the 12 volt won't spin as quickly. The 5 volt is overdriven, and if the 12 volt is underdriven, it'll be perfectly fine. It might move a little less air than the 12 volt if it was normally driven, but that's okay. The overdriven 5 volt would have kept this thing nice and cool, but man, that was too much noise. I didn't hear that at all when it was off of the heatsink. But with the restricted air path and all the other stuff, there's clearly a screamer. It's really only 4 volts of difference, so this should be okay. There we go. You're fired. Oh, now I gotta get this thing out. Ah, yeah. These are all extra fans, so it's unfortunate that they had to die, but they weren't really getting used anywhere anyway. There is that diode right there. I wonder if I can... No, I don't think any of this stuff can be replaced in order to make it higher voltage. It'd be cool if that were the case, but... Peel the sticker up and flip a switch. All right, the last one, the 12-volt one. It's a 4-pin, and it's already got a modified... Actually, what's this one? What is U? U is 12. Okay, we'll use that one. It's unfortunately a PWM fan, which makes it a little bit more expensive, but... No, that was a totally lame, failed attempt on my behalf. There was nothing scientific about it. Especially the one where I simply didn't wire it correctly. And now the wires are too short, and I can't get under this thing to solder new wires on. So that one's just fully dead. I guess this is me getting rid of my over-bloated fan collection. That's the only way I can really justify it, is that this is ridding me of my bloated fan collection. Because it barely counts as content. Shame they didn't put a PWM fan in the thing. That would have been nice. All this engineering and they won't put a PWM fan in. Probably saves them a couple bucks. Maybe that money went elsewhere to a worthy cause. Like making it boot quickly. They certainly worked on that. Wink, wink. Cries into elbow. All right, give me all this crap that you don't need. Like your 3 supports. Could you use a resistor to lower or low noise adapter to reduce the voltage to the fan? Yes, but I'm just going to do it this way. They've already done that, by the way. They've already reduced the voltage to the fan. They're running it at 8 or 9 volts. Oops. Oh, Jesus. Opted another route with my Zythian box. Sending you a WaveShare 3.5 touchscreen and the custom dingus cable I made along with the box of goodies. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to do much with that screen though. It seems like it's a little out of spec for the stuff that I normally get away with, but certainly all that stuff's going to be crazy. Hopefully I'll get some use out of it. Okay, wire cutters. I keep putting them down and losing them. What a world. We failed pretty completely at modifying this scope, so I think this is going to succeed. It's just a little bit more annoyance, a little bit more crimping. We'll get there. We'll get there. Bump, 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 bump. Oh yeah, this thing. I don't ever do anything with touchscreens. I was going to build a Eurorack module tester a la Mutable Instruments design, but modified and having a touchscreen, but I didn't get around to it, and I didn't end up getting the screen to work with what is it, with the Teensy 3.6 or whatever I was going to use. And I want to revisit that. It's just the code for it was kind of complicated. There's a thing where you can design like your whole UI, and then it'll make the code for you. Pretty cool, but I didn't get around to it. WaveShare screen goes along with this. One of the boards I'm sending along with this project. Oh, okay. I can't click stuff right now because I'm working on stuff. These things were awesome, by the way. These Nipex strippers. Now wait, this one's the 12 volt. Is this still using? There is no red wire. There is no red wire. So this one uses the yellow wire. So that other one that we used was definitely dead, I think. Hold on. 4-pin with the blue. 4-pin, blue, green. I have blue, green. Blue, green. Oh, yellow. No, there's a yellow wire. Never mind. Okay. Wait, the blue, green, yellow, black. Yeah, there's no red. So yellow is, in fact, 12 volts in this case. See, that was the source of my confusion. Everybody was going, of course it was the wiring. Use the red wire. You should have used the red wire. The 5-volt fan under 8 volts was making a significant amount of noise. So that first fan was actually dead. Gonna get going at a set of those strippers, but he said that his strips need to be less than 3 mil in length, and the wire stop on the Nipex does not go that short. That is the one thing. It needs to grip that part of the wire, I guess. So it would be a matter of if you could put like an extra little bump stop on the end there. Everybody always tells me these things like I'm stupid, but yeah, that is tough. The way that these work, and that would have been awesome because I bought this just to flex on Gonad. They're like $40, which is a good price, and I have been very pleasantly surprised with their performance. But if you need to go under 3 mil, it starts at 6. I don't know. But this is actually necessary to grip the wire because it comes down with the stripper to a certain amount of pressure, grips that wire and pulls it back, and then lets go. So yeah, I don't think it's unfortunate too because if he could strip a little bit more. This is this is very easy on your hand. I don't know why it's got the trigger there. Maybe just so you could do this if you need to. You could do the safety hold, you know, keep your booger hook out of the boom switch or whatever the hell they say. Yeah, he does a lot of D-sub connectors for his job. It would help him not get arthritis. Oh yeah, having to cut the extra wire because his method. And I've been doing his method with forceps, and of course I have his patented googly eye on the thing. But you grab the wire, and then you apply the stripper, and then you twist like that, and it's actually a very small amount of motion. I don't know. I still would prefer to be able to go through with something with a backstop and go bop 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 and just get them done real quick. So I've been using this a lot. It's really cool. Could you use the cutter portion in order to... Nah, I don't think so. Anyway. Yeah, it's a weird... It like tickles the brain. You're like, how can I make this job shorter? It's the engineering mindset. I must make this more efficient. At all costs. Even efficiency. This is the worst. I hate crimping these things. Okay, that's one. These have actually crimped really well, and I just totally jinxed myself on that one. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to automate this task. It spends 8 times the amount of effort as the task would take. Oh, man. Do I have any liquids down here? Do I have seltzer down here? I have a big thing of Red Bull, but that's like the opposite of liquid. I bought a $20 case of Red Bull today. I'm an idiot. I'm like really dumb. Ooh, that one's a little bad. No, it's fine. It's not the best crimp though, because it went to one of the sides. The 2 curls are supposed to center. They're supposed to center and press down on the wire, and the wire went into one of the side curls. Not cool. Good enough for me, though. Good enough for me. Then I need these. I need like all my tools to do this. It's like a simple crimp. That was bad. And then I want to just like take that back a little bit, and then I'll just wrap something on it. And then use a little bit of this stuff. Let's get it in the housing first. So my pinout, which is why I didn't alter this thing at all, is the same as it always was, but I keep forgetting it. So the power wires over here, over meow, and then the ground wires over meow. Now, by all means, I think Julian and Dave will be here tomorrow to do synthesizer stuff, bring their whole kits in and have all their fun things to do, make all kinds of little woobling noises. And I have stuff that I need to fix of Julian's. I think Dave's is okay. I think his 505 or whatever it is running just fine now. Although I think he said something about like one of the voltages being a little bit off. But you know, I don't know how that thing is supposed to function in the first place, so I don't know what's out of spec or what's in spec or what. And if we got to get deeper into that thing, I just don't know I don't know what it does. I don't know what that circuit looks like. They scratched off the names of the ICs. Can't even get that anymore. Can't have shit in Detroit. There's Nightbot announcing where the Discord is. All right. I need to test it. I just need, for me, I need to test it. That's going to hit everything. I need to put it over there. Okay, no whirring noise, but plenty of fan movement, plenty of air movement. It's probably going to be an equal amount of air to this, which is all we're really going for. We just get the added bonus of quiet. I didn't want to cut all the leads just in case I use this fan somewhere else, although it's a little bit modified. It's a little bit heavily modified. So I don't know if I'd actually be using this fan anywhere else. It's unfortunate that I had to sacrifice a PWM fan for this effort. Can't win. Can't win. Mostly I can't win because I have to modify every single thing that I own. And that leads to things breaking down. Some days everything just kind of breaks down. Oh, where is... I guess he wasn't in the stream earlier. Did I see him? No, I saw him, yeah. I was going to say, Flatulent Gonad said that like the new version of OBS lets you do multicasting, but I don't think it does. I updated mine. Maybe there's another update or something, but it doesn't have that feature. That creature feature. Oh, whoa, that's way off. No. I should, like, draw lines out of the triangles in order to find the center position, but get a protractor. What I'm going to do is, like, wedge the wire in here with the spiral wrap. No, not about the tracks, about like, streaming... what is it? Streaming to multiple services at once. I think I need a longer piece. I guess I just cut these at the spiral wrap. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. Good enough. That'll just keep it from banging on stuff. I gotta commit every time. I gotta put it all the way away. OBS can technically do it. They just haven't been able to find a UI that works for them, so they can't right now with a plugin, without the plugin. Hey, Lev, how's it going? Yeah, I updated, and I thought I'd break everything, but it turns out I did not break everything. Now I have that tool. Leb recommended a tool that he personally uses. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to say stuff that's wrong. No, he found a tool that can use some kind of NVIDIA, whatever the API is, for removing music from the beginning of streams. I wanted to try to test that out today. I don't know what I can use to run the VSTs. I've got Ableton Live on this computer somehow. But I don't know if that'll do it or if I need something else that can run VSTs. This has always been able to do it. It was never a software limitation. It's always been the UI. Why would it be so complicated? Why not just add a YouTube section or something? But the plugin just works the multiple output plugin works just fine. I just have to hit 2 buttons. I don't like that. I guess if I only use the multiple output, I could potentially... See, the thing is, I need to mute that audio track for YouTube. YouTubers don't get to get the music. But yeah, I'm hoping that VST can help me mute out the beginning of... Because what I need to do... There's a setting there to sync the state with the main stream output. Oh, maybe I just didn't look at the settings closely enough. Because yeah, I'm running one of the things. I'm not running that VST. Because the VST is for pre-recorded stuff. But like, I have to click 2 buttons here. But if I hit start all, I don't know if that'll start my my main stream. I don't know. I haven't played with it enough. It works though. I mean, we're streaming on YouTube. Although nobody is watching on YouTube. Some of my videos are getting some traction though. They're getting a pretty decent amount of views. I got 80 people viewing one of them. I think that was the one where I had the Raspberry Pi Pico on the thumbnail, and it was just me saying, "Yeah, I bought a bunch of these things. They were cheap," and then I do a completely different project. All right, so here's my demo reel for this new Rygal series. This thing is awesome. So this thing has possibly one of the best, you mean fastest? No, I mean best boot times of any piece of test equipment. Ready? Here we go. Ready? You guys get your stopwatches. I should find the Google stopwatch. Hold on, let me try that. Stopwatch. I've got stuff all over the keyboard. It's hard to type. Okay, let's do... Here we go. And then I'm gonna add a web page on here. Browser source. Or no, a window. We'll just do a whole display capture. There we go. How do I run this thing? Oh, here we go. I got a mouse over it. All right, you guys ready for this? This is possibly one of the best boot times of any piece of test equipment that I've ever seen. Ready? Here we go. There's a big spongy button, so I got to make sure that I I don't have that much time on this green earth to spend waiting for my scope to start up. It was worse the first time. Original Xbox with SATA HDD mod. My HP digitizing scope boots up in less than 8 seconds. Yeah, the old Rygal was just like a 10-second boot. This is off of a flash card. It's just the operating system bloat is probably slowing it down. Where's that? There's display capture 2. All right, delete. Remove. Yes. Okay. NVMe mod when? I don't think that's the issue. But the cool part is that I can put the scope up on screen. Oh, I need to go to a different... Oh, there it is. I can put the scope up on screen, and it's fast. This is just loading a web page. And when you load that web page, you can actually change the stuff. Like, you can press all of the on-screen buttons from that web page. Bonk. Quick. That's everything that I look for. Quick. New AMD builds still take 4 minutes first boot to train memory and figure out all the parts connected to the motherboard. I don't remember that. Is that like new AMD? Because I did my AMD build pretty quick, pretty recently. It was kind of older stuff. Yeah, isn't that great? It's like super fast. It's super good. That's new Ryzen. Okay, I think mine's like not quite new Ryzen. It's like just beyond that. I don't like the paper stuff. I need to find something that's not. I need a no reflection, not a paper kit. So I'm gonna have to buy something else. My only thing is like I'm not gonna be able to do the curves up there unless I can trace this with the X-Acto knife right along the seam. But that stuff was so thick that I was worried about whether or not I would be able to, like, whether or not I'd be able to find that seam. And maybe another attempt is in order, but that was a brutal failure trying to get the screen protector on this thing. It is what it is. The second boot, the first time I booted this thing, I thought it was broken because it took way more than a minute. But it seems like it's down to a minute in terms of its boot time lately. All right, so I don't think we have time to work on anything else. What else was I gonna do? I just had miscellaneous stuff, and I think I'm gonna see about whether or not I want to get like one of these Grizzly tool carts, because I think something like this would be absolutely perfect, except for the cabinet at the bottom. I don't need the cabinet. I'd rather have another drawer. I don't think I have anything cabinet worthy. But getting something like one of these tool carts for this corner over here, I'll have to carefully select it and figure out what I'm getting. Something like this. It'd be nice if that top drawer was split, but I could put all my stuff in it. Of course, I would squander that wooden top because the tool chest is going there, the big wooden tool chest in the corner. But I need to do cleanup around here. This place is filthy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go take my puppy for a walk and then start cleaning up. I still have YouTube stuff to do. I still have VODs to produce. And hopefully I can play around with VSTs and get this tool that Led linked me to work for producing a music-free audio track for the beginnings of my streams. And then I can use YouTube to say, hey, I'm going to replace this song and give it the times and then give it the track. That would be the best way to do it. Question never thought about before today. Should I also power my scope 30 minutes before making the first trustworthy measurement? It should have temperature compensation in it if it's worth anything. It should be compensating for temperature. How loud is this thing now? I can hear it if I put my ear directly up against the scope, but in terms of heat, we can just watch. Let's just watch this for a minute. So this will be our test. I'll just place this thing over here. I cannot hear the fan though. That's a good thing. Oh, it's a new UEFI. Power cable's all tangled up. Weird. Okay. Yeah, so it takes a USB-C power cable. It uses 4 amps. It has Ethernet on the back. It has a fast interface. Really? Board's already discontinued. And the 40mm Noctua fan. Is that going to cause this to overheat? I would almost advocate putting 2 in there. Stand it up like this. I'll have to put all the knobs back on too. We're mainly just watching to see if this thing gets super over temperature. What I would love from this interface is if it had those dots that rode around. Like I see some of these thermal cameras have the little temperature telling you dots. And this sensor is capable of doing that. I just need something that's programmed to choose, you know, show the dot at the highest temperature, show the dot at the lowest temperature, and then choose something in the middle. Menards? What is Menards? That's still $300. Oh my God. They want to know my location. Hell nah. Where are they? Let's see. That does look like the right thing. How wide is that? It tells you the size of the casters, not the size of the... Oh, here we go. 37 1/4. That doesn't quite work. Menards because of drag racing? Select your store. Let me enter my zip code. There's a lot of them up north. Oh no, there are none in Pennsylvania. The measurement includes the handle. Ah, that probably does it. Because yeah, it's a standard like toolbox size, which is, we measured it and it's 26 inches? Yeah, 26. Hey, what's up, RYG? Jeez, why can't I talk anymore? Certainly not overheating. It's not that hot. That's a little warm. Go to Scopes menu, utility self-test. Ooh, this thing is so capable. It's ridiculous. Update utility. I don't want self-cal. Self-check. And then board test. Oh yeah, I don't even need to zoom in to show you guys the setting. I can just move it out of the way of chat here. Hold on. Here's scope. $57.2. 55.5. It is kind of cold in here. How's Willow? She's doing great. Boy, you know something, like, she does not come down to the shop anymore, and it sucks. She will be, like, if I'm soldering here and I'm working on something on Wednesday, she'll be under the desk behind me, sleeping. But then when I'm streaming, when I'm yelling at the furniture, she doesn't come down here. And so YouTube has not seen the corgi at all, which is annoying, because I had a little window there where if the corgi was around, it would be very cute, and YouTube would give me a wonderful thumbnail, but she's somewhere else. Yeah, Willow Cam was something that I did with the board cam. I moved it over to view under the desk, but $169 for the Husky one. There was like a $600 one that was Husky that was crazy. I wanted it. Yeah, that one looks okay. Looks a little cheap though. I've already set my expectations pretty high. Oh my God, there's another Twitch alert. Please go away. Activate Twitch alerts to celebrate charity with our new emote. Gold, please. No. No, I don't think I'll do that. I don't think I'll be doing that. Yeah, but she because I'm yelling at the furniture, she'll go to the area that's behind this room and where there's a couch, and she'll lay down by the couch. and I can't get a camera that far out until I do stuff with NDI. I would like to get a Raspberry Pi 5 or 2. They're a little expensive for my blood right now. And then run an NDI thing on the Pi. And then maybe I could move the webcams a little further out. The only question is whether or not I can do the procedure on the webcam in order to get it to snap out of the Logitech stuff. So yeah, no dog around, but she still exists, and she's doing great. She got to play with all her friends today out in the neighborhood. We're steady at 56. Like that's an okay temperature. That one's going up to 58 though. Uh-oh, 59. It keeps going up. Thermally, looking okay. Looks like it's pulling air in, and I mean, this thing is moving a lot of air. They put their logo right over the fan. These people, these Rygal fuckers. What are they thinking? Saw an electronics cart recently. I wanted its ESD safe and everything, and has drawers with parts trays. Yeah, those are they get expensive so fast. The reason that I need a tool shelf over at the side here is hold on, let's move this a little bit more out of the way so we can still see the temp, but it'll be right there. I need to store this kind of stuff, these circuit board like tester things that I have, among other things. It's all the little hand tools and the little attachments and stuff. I want to have them just laid out on a drawer. That would be perfect. So I'm gonna look into that. Probably order on Grizzly, just because all my like this is Grizzly, the tool chest over there is Grizzly, and hopefully it doesn't feel too cheap. It's still $500 though, so I don't think I can do anything anytime soon. I don't think I can do anything anytime soon. It's a little too much. Well, no, the reason that there's also additional blockage from this stuff is that they strengthen the vase amount by tracing along the hexagonal pattern, and those whatever they are, they're not really getting in the way though. They're not really getting in the way, but all this stuff does restrict airflow. It doesn't have like an opening over here. There is a little bit of headroom because this fan is so much smaller, so that might help airflow a little bit. But I don't know. They did a bunch of stuff to make it more fancy. I don't like that. Overall, though, I'm extremely impressed with the scope. There's nothing that I'm unimpressed with about it. Oh, wait, that's supposed to be a big knob. Whoops. The two places that there were big knobs, and I get it wrong. Vernier off. Probably do this with it off. That would probably be the better way to do this. IP cams. Cheaper than an R. Well, the RPi would also be for NDI. If I can get this running off NDI, then that could pave the way for future setup stuff. Like eventually going with cameras that directly go to NDI would be pretty nice. I don't know. I'm just thinking. I don't really want to limit myself to a specific like RTSP camera. Temperature is still climbing. Hopefully we've topped out at the 60s here. Which one was the, oh yeah, I already looked at the Home Depot one. Yeah, I was looking at a bunch of different ones, but I don't know. I gotta figure something out because these cameras get pretty far away. I've got cameras in all the corners of the shop at this point. A redesign of the shop could also be beneficial, but I don't know exactly what I would do with that. I mean, put the desk by the window, and then I'd need to be able to get the setup over there. It's very complicated. I need a warehouse. I need to buy a brick warehouse somewhere. Where are we at? Are we stable? At 60, just about. So this thing's getting up to 60 degrees. I don't have any data on what this thing was like before thermally. Is the one from Lowe's the one we looked at earlier? Let me see. No, that's actually different. Whew, 269. Yeah, those things are not cheap, huh? And how many drawers is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Grizzly one is... No, it's not cheaper. Never mind. It's way more expensive. Never mind. It's a possibility. I don't know. I'm going to stop looking at these because I don't have the money to buy anything. The cheap ones are going to be notably cheap. Get LTT to make you a new workshop. I applied for that job that they were having. That is actually getting kind of warm. I don't know if I like this. The scope is getting a little bit warm. Full chest, cabinet combo, in red. Oh yeah, that's the whole thing. No. See, I need half of it because I already have that one. Yeah, it's not a bottom chest. Can you buy just the bottom chest? I don't know. Guess you can buy everything. I should probably look on like Craigslist. These temps are concerning, actually. I don't know if maybe we should put the old fan back in and... No, this seems actually pretty fine, to be honest. I'm going back and forth on this because it feels warm up here, but then anywhere else it's a little cooler down here. It doesn't quite feel bad. Estate sale hunting will kick off in February. I need to figure out where those will be. 'Cause yeah, that's the kind of thing you get from Craigslist or an estate sale or, you know, something like that. I see a weird... What is that? Huh. Strange. I see like a weird reflection through this connector. Oh, I see. I'm seeing outside of the case. I'm seeing all the way through here. Huh. We're already up to 63 degrees. Can I leave this on overnight? Will it overheat? Will the fan become much less effective? I don't think it will. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. I certainly don't want my scope to get hot to the touch. Now I have the old fan. It's just sitting over there. Where's the old fan? What happened to the old fan? Where did it go? It's sitting around here somewhere. Hopefully I don't land on it when I get off of the chair. But I can always swap it back in. I would have liked to have greater airflow with a quiet fan. We tried a squirrel cage blower and it was too tall. I'm sure all of the scope gurus will figure something out, but let's just see if we can find something real quick. So we can try the big place and look up 50mm laptop fan. Nope. 50mm is kind of limited. Like it's mostly like industrial stuff. So eBay. $50mm laptop fan. $55 to $100. No, I'm talking about these things. This one comes with a whole heat pipe setup, but that type of blower fan right there, those are a different size though. Those are kind of big, and they're typically product by product. So you're kind of taking a leap of faith to get the right thing. I'd be looking for one that's a little smaller than the standard size, and the standard size is usually something like this. So I don't know if that's viable. I'm not sure that's viable. And some of these are actually pretty big. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, that's one direction to go in, and if you get lucky, you could potentially find a properly sized fan that would push air outwards. I know it's, well, no, the fan didn't fail. It makes a whining noise. It makes a high-pitched noise. No, this isn't a warranty thing. I'm voiding my I'm not actually, you know, those warranty void if removed stickers are not legal. They're not, you know, if I actually have a problem with manufacturing in the scope, I can still get it returned. Although if they know that I replaced the fan, I'm in trouble. But I suspect this thing will not fail anytime soon. Oh, we're back down to 61. Maybe I can just leave this thing in there. But the fan is relatively cheap in that it makes a bunch of noise, and they undervolted it. Actually, that's not going to do good results. No, they're went over this already. It's being run at about 8 volts, the fan. So it's a 12-volt fan being run at 8. And I'm just looking to see what's out there. Most of the 50mm fan options are not great. Noise blocker. I don't think it's blocking noise. Oh, it does look like it has big fins. Is it 50mm? 50mm. You can get the noise blocker for $11. Ultra quiet. It's probably already undervolted. It'd be funny to run. Yeah, the Noct 2 is just about completely silent. And I mean, it seems like it's running a little bit warm, but I think it's doing okay. And I've got the other fan as a backup in case, you know, this is an unacceptable temperature. Now, we did try a blower motor fan. It was a 12-volt blower motor fan. It was too tall. Just too much space. Yeah, I don't know why nobody has done laptop cooling via Noctua. That would be an interesting thing. I mean, I guess I'm a bit of a fanboy, though. You can, like, feel heat off of these things. My little fan's doing its best to keep this thing cool. I just need to figure out whether or not I'm going to accept that. Yes, yes, fanboy indeed. We like our puns. Okay. All right. I'm done. Sunon. Oh yeah, look at that. 12-volt, 50mm. Newegg. Do I have one of those? No, I don't think so. All right, anyway, yeah, no, I gotta stop here. We're out of stuff to do. I put a new fan, a replacement fan, not really for any other reason other than sound, because this is a studio and I need quiet. I already have a decently loud fan behind me, but the frequency that old fan made a little high pitched. So we at the beginning of stream we attempted to put on a screen protector, and the screen protector was real weird. I think it's more like for people who draw on their tablets. It makes it feel a little bit more like paper. I didn't really like that texture though, so I'm gonna find one that's a no glare protector, and we'll try to use that. Cutting it to size isn't really going to be that easy to do. I thought I'd be able to cheat and use either the plastic shroud, like the plastic of the screen, to guide me, or take the screen out and use that. But the screen on this thing is taped to a piece of plastic. There's a big plastic panel behind this. It's just like a tablet computer where you have it, your stuff, like your battery and everything, taped to each other. That's how the screen is attached to the Rygal. Weird. I never expected to find that, but I guess that's how people are making stuff these days, right? You know, you might as well just go with the manufacturing trends. It means you got to have more plastic. You got to plastic all around the back of the screen, and then the heat from the screen isn't going to be cooled by anything. There were just 2 of those conductive squishy sponges. It's like a sponge that's wrapped in like a papery or like a fabricy mesh that's conductive, and so you put those on things, and it'll squish when you put your device together and ground stuff. So the screen backing is grounded. The entire scope is grounded by a big metal plate in it. And that big metal plate is connected to all of these BNCs. Inside is the circuit board, and then the back of the circuit board has this big heatsink. We took a Noctua. Several Noctuas died today. They were on their deathbed, though. They were in the fan bin, and they didn't have anything to cool. So they got destroyed in the pursuit of putting a new fan on the back of this. I put a 5-volt Noctua, and it got 8 volts, and it made a screaming noise. It was worse than the noise that the default fan makes. So I then replaced it with a 12-volt Noctua and got the pinout correct. And now this thing is all buttoned up, and it is remaining at about 60 degrees during normal operation, which is a little warm. But I think it'll be okay, at least until I feel like coming up with a better solution. Yeah, 63.7. It's sitting around there. It's very slowly getting warmer. I don't know if I would be concerned leaving this overnight. 64. Come on, stop making me a liar. The range is 0 to 95, huh? It would be like operating this thing in a warm room. I don't know. I guess it's all right. It is hotter than my soldering station. The soldering station's in an idle state right now. It is hotter than the Elgato. Uh-oh. I don't know if I should go along with this. But I do have the old fan. I can always swap it back. It only takes 2 minutes for me to do. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Here's the end card with all of my information. Tomorrow, I believe that I'm going to have Julian and Dave here doing synthesizer stuff. So I really need to clean up. I got to get all this crap that I've generated during all this stuff to be out of the way. I gotta neaten up a little bit. Things are not in good shape, but I'm gonna work on that. I'll work on YouTube. You guys do what you want. We're not gonna raid anybody today. You know where to go. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. It was a lot of very familiar faces, and good to see some old people from the previous streams coming back, because I'm seeing all those names because I'm going through all those old YouTube videos old VODs and marking down all the stuff that's happening. All right, that was uncalled for.